Test. Test. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Test 1 2, test 1 2. 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 Ugh, ouch. Ignore the thumbnail. Change that post-production. Change that post-production. What? Test. Change that post-production. What? Test. Change that post-production. Test. 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 What? Test. Change that post-production. All right, we're testing. Down. The blood of Jesus. Test. One, five. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alhamdulillah. What's up, everybody? This is the Jedi, and sorry about all the technical going on. It's been a while since I did this, and so just trying to even get ready to do it is probably took longer than probably we're going to be here. Because my streaming software plus all this other nonsense, and I was going to use my tablet for me on as the image on the screen, and that's just going to be more work than it's worth. Why I'm here, first of all, good evening everybody, wherever you are in the country or on earth. Shout out to anybody that's watching me from across the water, any of my UK people, etc. I'm here, everybody, because I said I would be. That's first. And I didn't want to be because I'm not really prepared for what I wanted to bring you. So I'm not prepared, but it will not be a waste of your time or mine. As you know, one of my themes is we do not waste time on the earth. Don't waste time. I even wanted to shave, but that didn't happen. I'm also here because I can't be tomorrow because I made some commitments for tomorrow that I do not want to um, not keep. Among them is I wanted to spend time with Uncle. I was supposed to spend time with him today, and I was going to push you till tomorrow. Um, but I was running around most of the day, and then I told him what time I would be back. And then when I got back, I was calling him and knocking, and I didn't get an answer, so I just felt like he's taking a nap. So fine, we'll just get it in tomorrow. I also have to fix goat for there's a couple of brothers that I know, and I have been trying to influence their lives over the years. And one of the things that I said that I would do is I would fix goat, and because I want them to have the experience of having goat, and I want us to all sit and eat from the same dish with our hands so they have that experience. So when we're done here, I have to fix goat, and I'm usually like 6 or 7 hours because I like for my meat to be really like you look at it and it melts away, you know. And I'm very excited because a few weeks ago I found, well, I didn't just find him. My Nigerian brother Amos has been telling me about the brother for years, and that he has a store. And I go, oh, I have to go over there and see the brother. And then I've met the brother even. And I'm like, I'm gonna have to get over there. I'm gonna have to get over there. So I actually had gone over there this particular day for some fish, and I wanted to look around at their flour and stuff like that because I wanted to be able to do. I wanted to see if there's. I wanted to try some of their flours, and spices and things like that. But I just happened to ask the brother, when he was showing me the fish, they had dried fish, and he was telling me, yeah, and we have mackerel. Yeah, mackerel. It's these long ass fish. They were in the freezer, whole fish, because me and Uncle had just before that had been talking about you just can't get fresh fish no more. Like I'm used to plucking the eyes out of a fish and cutting his head off. You know, you just can't get fresh fish. You just can't get it. You can't. So he goes, we also have the goat. I go, you have goat? Show me this goat. And then my next question was, well, where do you get it? He goes, well, we slaughter it. I'm like, bring it, give me the goat, give me the goat. So I fixed that goat and it was delectable. So I want to fix that for the brothers and have some time tomorrow, not just for the food, but to also to implant knowledge and information on them and also to share knowledge and information. So that's why I'm here. And what I decided I wanted to do, everybody, as always with any of my live events, you can bring up anything that you want to talk about and we can have discussion around that. I always try and bring core things that I want to talk about. And among them, I thought would be sort of light and valuable above all, and necessary and teachable moment, because I have videos that you all have not seen that are on this channel. I say to people all the time, you have to go and watch my body of work. 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 Nobody goes to watch my body of work. You know, at least not reflective of the number of people I have subscribed to me. And every video on this channel is for you. Every single video is for you. It's not for me. It's for you. Now, grant you, when my other big channel got shut down, my original Jedi channel, there's people that still haven't found me again, and then there's new people that have found me, and then there's some of my old people that have found me, you know. And there's been a curve since when I started back with this channel. So some of my earlier on videos to maybe 300 views, some less, way less than that. So one of the things I'm going to start doing as a series of some kind is we will revisit some of those videos in real time live, like what we're going to do here today. And it gives me an opportunity for you to see the videos, but also for me to be able to expound upon the videos and have real-time discussion, you know. First I want to see who's here. First I'm going to find the piece, and then I want to see who's here. I also want to say that I don't want to read the stuff that that I've been storing up, because, you know, people come to me to get my ideas and they run away to their channels. You know, those are the people that are here for money and followers and popularity. That's not the Jedi. And I don't want to give them anything at all, and force them to use their own gifts and talents, because we all have them. Some are more than others, some are greater than others, you know. It just is what it is. What is this thumbnail gonna look like? There's one I started to do this particular one today, but I think I'll hold that one. It's extremely funny, y'all. It's the perfect balance of, like, I'm just somebody who's naturally funny to me, and this particular video is that. It's the perfect balance of knowledge and hysteria, you know. Like, it just don't get no better than that. But I'm not going to do that one today. I'm going to do the one I'm looking for. It's different to look for it on here than it is to look for it on my phone or my tablet. You know, obviously it's laid out different on a PC than it is on, but I have an idea of where it's in, you feel me? So, like, I mean, I have interviews and stuff that here's one that I did with this brother. 147 views, y'all. Come on, dude. Like, come on. No. Um, and this is a excellent video because that interview with this brother was recently out of prison. He's telling his life story. He's Muslim. He had become Muslim. I mean, the value just even in that. I have the interview that I did with Botham John's friend, stuff like that. I mean, there's a listen. I have a very good body of work that I'm very proud of. And if you don't go and dig up the gems, then I can't help you. You feel me? You just should never watch me at all. You understand? Um, but I put in the work. I put in the work. I have put in the work. Where's this at now? I want to find it, and then I want to see who's here. While I'm doing this, remember to thumbs up the stream, everybody, so that I don't have to do that lecture tonight.
Dear brothers and sisters,
Now I gotta make sure I'm getting sound. Haha, I'm getting sound. Perfect.
and
Perfect, perfect,
all
perfect.
African.
All right, now. Well, I'll just do it on here, so I can see y'all better, because I didn't bring my magnifying glass with me. First shout out to Cheryl Bryant, Queen. Good evening to you, Frankie Cardona. What's up, my brother? It's so good to see you. Um, they're attacking Wesley Snipes. You're gonna tell me about it. Uh, J Lo on me too. J Lo on me too. Oh, on some Me Too, I think you mean. She's on some Me Too bullshit. I just heard, saw, felt, I don't know. Okay, we'll talk about it. Betsy, good evening, and shout out to you, Queen. Um, Tisha Nash, shout out to you. I don't seem to recognize your name for some reason, but shout out to you anyway. Sean Scott, shout out to you. What's good, Jedi? Salute to the melanated family out there. Let's get it, my brother. Oh, yes. Uh, that's the light bearer. Jedi, you're buffering hard, but I'm sticking with you. Is it still happening, Cheryl? Or no, Sean? Cheryl, Jedi, I have been viewing your latest videos. Like I said, there's some of you all that do. You know, my hardcores, I know y'all do. You understand? I'm talking about the trifling. You know, I'm only and ever talking about the trifling when I'm uh, highlighting and indicting. Okay, what did that do? Okay, fine now. Uh, Andrea Smith, shout out to you, Queen, and good evening. You say you deserve millions of views. I look every night. You know, I do. And but when you tell the truth and when you're fearless and you're not interested in white people at fucking all, then you see. And sadly, even with your own people, if you're not bringing a bunch of drama and foolishness, they're not interested. You know, I proved that early on in my YouTubing, you know, because I was the first several months, because my channel went very quick. You know, I went from 1 to 23,000 like that. But at the beginning, video after video, I'm like, how come I'm not getting, like, come on. I'm making sure I'm putting the right titles, and I did all the research to understand how to get your video seen. And I mean, I did it all. And it just wasn't there. Boom. Then I started doing show reviews, thousands of views, and that pissed me off. you know, but eventually those people heard it over and so, but anyways, um, so it, you know, it cuts all kinds of ways, you feel me? Uh, Miss Matthews, shout out to you. Uh, and I don't know what my stats are because of the format that I'm doing. Usually when I'm live on here, I see the thumbs up and the view count. I can't see it. Oh, wait, yes I can. If I'm okay, I see what you all are seeing. Um, but I don't know how many views there is. Um, anyway, so just everybody thumbs up, you know. Shout out to Chocolate Rhythm. Um, yes, you have, Andrea. You've been with me forever. Lakeisha Stone, shout out to you. Um, so I wanted to, um, and I may end up touching on some of the other things, but I want to keep this kind of light and short. And I thought this was the perfect piece to do it. I just happened to, what was I doing? And anyways, I don't know how I came across my own damn video, but damn it, I did. And so that's what I want to share with you. This particular video was called How to Play Their Game and Get Whatever You Want in This Country. Guaranteed. So I thought we would do that. And then we can talk about it and we can talk about what you all want to talk about. And this will just kind of move us along kind of quickly, but it'll also be of value because the things that I'm bringing in this video, by the way, it only had 312 views on it. Like, nah. And it's from 3 years ago. 18, 19, 21, 4 years ago. It's from December of 2017. So that was 2 months after I moved here to this apartment because I moved here in October of 2017. So we could allow people who were still trying to find me and all that kind of thing, and I was still getting this channel off the ground. We could allow for that. We could allow. But alas, you know, like if I follow you, I go through your work. I just do. If this got me, I want more of that, so I go look at your body of work. It seems like the most organic thing for me, you know, but that's not everybody's situation. It also, I can skip over stuff that's not relevant or important. So let's go.
Dear brothers and sisters, and all
And I'm gonna
Africans
have to hear it.
across the diaspora, we proudly welcome you to another intellectual presentation
No,
from His
I shouldn't have said that here. I
Excellency,
should turn the volume on my
the
PC.
Jedi.
Andrea,
What's up, everybody? This is the Jedi. I'm back again.
um, I hope you have an overnight video. My son is asleep and I have my ice cream waiting for this good video this weekend. um, okay, so we're gonna go in and we're going in.
I told you guys I was going to be doing a video about how to get what you want out of the society. You know, this is something that I had threatened to do like at least a year ago. And I just never got around to it, you know. And one of the things I want to say too is that one of the things I'm trying to do with this channel now.
Why I'm letting this part play is because it doesn't matter how far you go back, you understand I am a consistent human being. I'm a consistent man. So there's value in that also. But we're going to get to the main thing.
Is to bequeath more of my intellect and knowledge and know-how and experiences and things like that. You know, when I just mentioned to you that this was a video that I had threatened to do probably a year ago, probably even more than that. One of the reasons why I never got around to it, and a lot of videos I never got around to, is because every time you turn around, somebody was getting killed by the damn police. You know, so you cover that, or a Sandra Bland pops up, or a Walter Scott pops up or something, and then everything just gets put off the table because I have to respond to that stuff, because I'm an African man living in this white double-ass country, and there's certain things you just can't really overlook, even with those, there was so many people getting killed, I couldn't cover everything or talk about everything, so I kind of just had to pick my battles on that. And those videos wore me down because while I ranted and bitched and complained and all those things in those videos, it was still a nightmare for me because I don't want to turn into most of you, which is just sit around bitch about it, ain't this some bullshit and ha ha ha, but nobody's trying to step forward and do anything, So, and I have been saying I'm here for a purpose, Join the Black Independence Liberation League. Join it. And so I can just have my own feelings about those things in private and bitch and rant about them because it doesn't do me good to put those things out into the public.
I had to stop and say this, that, so remember everybody, this is I don't know what the balances are. So you're going to have to tell me about sound, like I need this to be a smooth experience for you, and I can't do that if I'm trying to read your mind. You're gonna have to tell me. Do you understand? So if you're having any issues, holler at your boy.
Public, if there's not going to be any return on that, you see, we're not trying to answer.
I'm just gonna go in the other room. Everybody's
come together and find a new path or anything. So what's the point? And I've said that I'm not an entertainment figure, so I don't want to be here for somebody just get they tell it Jedi. That's not enough for me. You say tell it Jedi and I'm with you, then let's do it. You feel me? Then I'm happy to do, because my whole mission was about educating while inspiring for action. That was my model. But to be able to put the oppression in context clearly for everybody, so people that maybe weren't inspired to action before they were exposed to me, maybe then they were like, yeah, let's do this right, like, yeah, let me join his shit and let's get going, let's do that. Because I'm aware even today that, sometimes you be places and you talk to other black people and you start talking shit about white people and they start looking at you crazy. And I go in on their ass in a heartbeat, like, because I've said that we have to draw the lines, we have to draw the lines. Everybody else has and does. We have to draw the lines. And for me, you're either with us or you're against us, period. There is no middle ground, and I'm consistent with that across my life. Because I'm somebody who expects and demands loyalty from everybody who witnesses and that's close to me, because I'm fiercely loyal to anyone that that I'm friends with, or even, you're supposed to be my family or something like that. So I give it, so therefore I demand it. I'm fiercely loyal, and so I don't tolerate disloyalty in my private life. And so when my people, if we're not speaking with the same voice and tone about our enemy, and we can have disagreements about other stuff, but when it comes to our common enemy, there is no two sides about it. And anybody speaking differently is not one of us, period.
Like I say, this is not the main talk, everybody, but y'all know me. That's why you can't even look at the title of my video. Ignore that. Just the Jedi has another video, watch it. Because it's just the vehicle. It, you know, like, and like this is all essential stuff before I get into the main talk. I speak from the heart when I speak. Right now, I'm here with you. I just, once I got the crap fixed so we could do it, that's it. We're flying by the seat of our pants now. I don't need to. Everything I do in life is from my soul. It must be. It must be. It must be. I don't know any other way to live. I never have. Do it from the heart. Anything you're going to do in life. If it's just hello, if it's not from the heart, shut up. Don't say it.
I'm firm about that. So I don't want to get too far from that. I just want to say that, you know, that those distractions are a lot of why there was, you know, there's a lot of things that I couldn't get around to talking about. You know, I wanted to do, I own a business. I've owned a business for many years. And long before I ever owned a business, I've
It's not
ran
essential.
businesses for other. Let's start fighting back. Let's et cetera down the list. You know, so I always was trying to stay focused on what the goal.
Okay, that's essential.
But I neglected even topics like that because I just thought, well, that's not. But I people and give you the 101 about how to start your own business. You know, things like that I wanted to do. But I neglected even topics like that because I just thought, well, that's not about the mission, Jedi. It's about getting people to join the Black Independence Liberation League. Let's get out there. Let's start taking control of our communities. Let's start fighting back. Let's et cetera down the list, you know. So I always was trying to stay focused on what the goal is. Every once in a while, I throw in something foolish or some entertainment stuff just to break up the monotony. But you could count those on one hand, and I go right back into the shit that's serious, you know. You got to keep your eye on the prize, you know, and you can't ever forget what's important, and you just can't. Why? Part of the reason why I think this video is good to do because it does deal with the society, you know, and we have to understand that as Africans, we are not the same as these damn enslaving ass white people. We're not the same. If they're human, we're not the same type of human being as them. We're just not. The genetics even prove that. You know, we're from a different part of the world than them and all that stuff. We're not them. Even the food and stuff that we eat in this country, that's not for us. That's not for us. It's not. That's why our sisters now, you press to find a sister that's just got a nice shape. Just like, wow, that's sister, you know. Everybody's got way too much chest and way too much ass. Too much. You know, we're not the same as these people. We're damn it.
Gonna abbreviate.
I don't know what I'm talking about. I got my facts wrong, or I'm there for the wrong reasons and all those things. When you witness me, you're supposed to leave with something. Good audience, you know, because I love and care about my people.
Just a second.
How I think and what my relationship is to my people. Me. So some things you're not qualified to present if you care, if you understanding how I think and what my relationship is to my people. I'm careful with my audience, you know, because I love and care about my people. So the last thing I need to do is get on any damn video talking about anything and I don't know what I'm talking about. I got my facts wrong, or I'm there for the wrong reasons and all those things. When you witness me, you're supposed to leave with something. Period. You're supposed to leave with something. You know, I always say there's no reason to have any audience of any size for any reason if you're not going to leave them with something. I don't care who you are. If you got people in your audience, you need to leave them with something. You must. Anyways, I'm going to be bringing you something that's really profound. But when we talk about the society, you know, we have to understand. I've done videos about education. Those are definitely going to be videos I'm going to recreate. because that message has to be out there, you know. So I'll be recreating my education videos. But to that point, I've said in my philosophy about how we look at education as African people that we have to start defining what education means. When we bitch about education, we're grouping ourselves with everybody else. We're not like anybody else. And we are the first people. You understand? We are the first educators on the earth. So you don't turn around and ask the inferior class to educate your children. That's a problem. It's a contradiction. That's like Michael Jackson walking to Fred Astaire and going, "Can you teach me how to dance? Can you?" No. Fred Astaire wish he was Michael. You see? No. It's like there used to be this. Remember, Girlfriends, y'all? Not Girlfriends. Living Single. There was an episode where Regine Sinclair came to Regine for some advice. I can't even get this out. Anyways, but it helps me make my point. Hold up. And Sinclair.
Wait, y'all. You may see me reacting live here now because I'm trying to listen to it low on my PC. So there's a delay between the PC and when you hear it. So you may see me reacting and I'm not crazy.
She was like, thanks, Regine. You really helped me.
Well,
can you go to so and so now?
Yeah, friends, that part.
Living Single.
Because that's funny.
There was an episode where Regine Sinclair came to Regine for some advice. I can't even get this out. Anyways, but it helps me make my point. Hold up. And Sinclair she was like, thanks, Regine. You really helped me. Can you go to so-and-so now with me so I can tell so-and-so? And then Regine goes, Sinclair, when you climb the mountain to speak to the guru, she does not climb down with you. I loved that so much. Oh my God. Anyways, I'm using it as a metaphor. Like, you don't step down. Like, we are the first civilization.
Sweet D.
Come on, man. Stop. So, anyway. So, when we think about education, in that vein of we have to start defining what education means to African people. What it means to us. And for me, like I stressed to my 15-year-old nephew, I don't care he gets straight A's. I mean, he's class president. He's the head of his class and all of it. And that's fine. But I would not be mad if he was not getting excellent grades in shit that does not matter. What we need to be focused now on is a coin. You understand? Because the god of this white devil is money. That's what the society is. It's money. It's not compassion. It's not love. It's not concern for your fellow man. It's not any of that stuff. It's not submission to God and holiness and fear of the last day and all that. No, it's about money. That's all the fuck they care about. That's what this satanic asshole is. So we are a people who need to understand we need to master not only how to get a coin, but how to operate in this damn society. Me being the outspoken Spitfire brand that I am, the unbridled horse, roaming and galloping on the damn plane. I learned at a very young age how to get the shit that I want. And I always get what I want. And what I'm intending to do in this video is to give you some pointers and help you to be able to do the same thing. Now, I've spoken in previous work to my brothers especially about having layers, you see. So even on my other channel, you would see that I'd have all my serious stuff, hierarchy, intellectual, whatever. Then I could give you militant with the AR-15, ready to go and kill everybody, Then I could
Richard,
give you comedy with my show reviews, and then I could release a performance piece where I'm killing it vocally and performing on stage and all of it. You see what I'm saying? Layers, layers, layers. This is what makes a whole man. But that also cuts into what I talked about defining what manhood is. Most of our men, so-called men, walking around right now, even your boyfriend or husband sitting next to you, has no clue what it is to be a man. They don't know. They don't know. They don't know. And one of the things that proves that is most of them think they just sort of anoint into it. Like, oh, I'm a man now. No. You're not a man. You don't anoint in. You understand? There's work. You understand? There's work. You earn it. So there has to be layers. And so because there's a misdefinition of what manhood is in our culture, brothers are afraid. Listen, it's not human to just walk around all hard every fucking day. We come from a woman. You understand? So first of all, we need to start embracing our femininity. That's fucking first of all. You see what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. I don't mean you got to be putting on fucking Louboutin heels and sashaying around in a fucking dress. That's not what this is about. This is about tapping into that side of yourself that is the mirror of yourself, which is the feminine side. You understand what I'm saying? Because our women are doing it every damn day when y'all impregnate them and then bounce. Then she got to play mommy and daddy. You see what I'm saying? So women are doing just fine of assuming both those male and female roles. You understand what I'm saying? It's time that brothers start to understand that a whole expression of a man is every layer of himself. Every layer. And in this society, one of the layers, one of the tools that you need in order to be able to get what you want is you've got to be able to tap into another side of yourself that's not all this buttoned up, pent up, hard ass bullshit. That is fake and it's flat. You understand what I'm saying? So, thankfully for me, I was born in Chicago, but then I grew up all around the country. And so I'm always a little freaked out when I've lived different places and people say, "Oh, I can hear your accent." Like, what accent? Like, what accent, miss? Because I don't think that I don't know. I don't think I have an accent, and I'm someone who's very self-aware. I've listened to my voice on tape and all those sorts of things, and I don't think I have an accent. I just don't think I do, but whatever. Anyway, so I'm from Chicago, but I grew up around the country, and one of the other tools you need in order to be able to do this is you've got to do something I've also bitched and preached about. You've got to start exposing yourself to things that don't normally interest you. You got to have knowledge about things that you don't think you need to know about. You feel me? You just have to, because knowledge is so important. Because we talk about education is the key. No, fuck education. It's knowledge. Knowledge is the use of information. You see what I'm saying? Acquired information, stored, processed, and brought into use on a click of a finger. You can bring it. You can call it up. That's knowledge. Knowing. KNOWLEDGE. Your ledge. You're knowing. Your ledge. You're knowing ledge. Like when you're on the ledge, you know some shit. Feel me? Knowledge. It's so important, everybody. It's so important. And then wisdom is the ability to craft your knowledge. You see? But it's also knowing what one doesn't know and when one needs to enhance that knowledge base. That's wisdom. When to speak, when not to speak. I know everything. I'm the smartest person in the room. That's knowledge. Wisdom is shut your ass up and listen right now. That's wisdom. Do you understand? So we have to understand this because knowledge is something that you need in order to navigate the society. And you get knowledge by exposing yourself to shit that you normally wouldn't expose yourself to. You understand? Give you an example. Like I've never done drugs in my life. Alhamdulillah. I've never done drugs. I've never been interested in drugs. It's just not my thing. I'm over it. But I can tell you how to do a crack pipe because I've seen it. You see? I've seen it. I've seen it. I can tell you, I'm just giving you random stuff right now. Just something, I need to give you really abstract things so you can understand, oh, I get what he's saying, you know, because you're talking to different levels of intellectual development. What else? I'm not a doctor, but I've sat and watched open heart surgeries to understand how they work. So if I'm sitting at a dinner party or something like that and somebody starts talking about open heart surgery, in fact, during Ramadan, one of the doctors in my mosque, between the time we break the fast and the prayer, we eat and usually we have a talk. And he's a doctor. He was talking about health. He was talking about you know, healthcare, like for your heart, like something to do with your heart. And I said to him, I said, you know, I was fascinated at the fact that when they do a heart transplant, they don't even remove the heart from the patient's body until the donor's heart is actually in the building. They actually radio it's in the building because once they take the heart out, they put these clamps on the valves, we'll just call it, and there's just a hole there, a hole, and then they bring in this piece of meat that looks like it just came from the grocery store. It's on ice, but you could see it's a heart, and you think that's not like they're bringing in a battery or a generator or some shit. That's a heart. How's it gonna work? And then they put it in the chest. They sew it in, and they release the clamps because they're on a circulating machine, heart lung, that's circulating their blood, but it's going into the machine and then out because it, you know, whatever. All right. But then they redirect it, and when they release them valves for the blood to start going into the heart, you see God. Because there's no on-off switch. That's a dead piece of meat that just came in there on ice. You see? So I'm able to have that conversation because I interest myself in that. You know? If you want to talk about, you know, mountain climbing or the Himalayas or anything, I mean, just a wide range of shit. You got to be able to have those layers, everybody. Now, because when you think about navigating the society, you got to be tricky and crafty when it comes to dealing with this white devil. You just have to, because this isn't our society. And unfortunately, we don't have unity, and we don't run any fucking thing. You see, that's a problem. So you have to be able to navigate in the society. Number one, you start out as a teenager. I never, ever, 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 from the first day I started looking for a job, ever, I don't go and put in an application. I go in, I fill the application out in the establishment, and then I go and see the manager. Because just instinctively, it's just in my personality. Even then, I'm like, well, I'm just leaving a piece of paper that didn't feel right. Like, no, they got to see me. They got to see me. They have to see me. Never applied for a job I didn't get. And that was part of the reason. Because they got to see me. And I didn't call to check on applications. I show up at the place. You understand? I show up. when I know, hopefully when I know the manager is going to be there or whoever the person is does the hiring, so they can see me. I'm here again. Yeah, I just want to check on my application. I just thought I'd come in and check on my application, you know. And you wear them down, you get the job. All right. Now, so you should always do that. You know, I know nowadays they have this kiosk bullshit, or now I guess you probably even apply for jobs online and all that. I can't do that. I would never survive with that. I can't because they gotta see me. I gotta sell myself. They gotta know who I am. Because once they meet me, they're gonna love me, and I'm gonna get the job. Here at the end. Now, the other thing too, when you go on a job where you are the only African person, that's where them layers come in. You can't go up in there trying to be fly, bruh. You just can't. You see what I'm saying? You just can't. If it's a brother there, maybe you might be able to get away with some of that. But nah, you talking to Chrissy, she's never met a fucking black person in her life. You gonna have to use layers now. You understand? So you gotta get that interview talk going on. So maybe you down here with all this, you see what I'm saying, and I'm saying, you woo, 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 then all of a sudden you gotta be up here. Yeah, I was here at 9, and I thought you guys were great, and I just wanted to work for the company because I thought you guys were fantastic, and if I just fit my business model and vomit, I'm going to make myself vomit even saying it. But that's where you got to be willing to go, because that's the difference in you going to have your rent or your ass is going to be sleeping under a cardboard box. You see what I'm saying? If you're a man, you see, a lot of you never change layers or do any of this shit because you're going from your mama's skirt to some sister's skirt. You'll never have to survive on your own. Ever. Ever. You see? That's got to change. I already covered that video. Not going to rehash it. Going to stay on this. But you can see how they're interchangeable just even with that. You see? So you got to be able to switch layers. You got to, and not just switch your own layers, but you also got to endow yourself with an eclectic set of tools. You see? That means you got to be able to do a little something everything. A little something everything. You see? And you never say no. Case in point, I was offered a position at Gannett, USA Today, out in Virginia. Yeah. Because I used to write the Foggy Bottom. Anyways. Big, prestigious, whatever. And it was a temp to perm position. My agent calls me and says, do you know Excel? And I go, yeah, I know Excel, because I've trained myself to go, yeah, absolutely. I didn't know a fucking Allah is my witness. I knew nothing about Excel, everybody. Luckily, my brother, who I haven't talked to in many years, and give a fuck about, I called up him and his wife, and I was like, because he's in IT and she's like misscomputer.org, right? I was like, fuck is Excel? I need you to get your ass over here right now and tell me I can't. I'm going to go and show you a book they gave me that day. Hold up. This is worth it. Excel for dummies, bitches. Understand it. Embrace that. Understand that.
All right. I just wanted to break there because I want to see if who I have been just I want to acknowledge people. Um uh Kiara Irvin, shout out to you, CJ Stevenson, my angel, sweet Akibalan Violet. I miss you so much. I miss you much. Oh, I miss you much. Um and I'm gonna come back and go through comments, everybody. CJ Mendoza, hola, ¿qué tal? Y bienvenido. But I'm also doing a lot of tweaking because I'm trying to make sure that I don't have the volume on this. I need it loud enough that I can hear it and be with you because there's a delay between the PC and this. I'm experiencing the 5 second delay or 3 second delay or whatever it is. So I need to have it low enough that I could hear it and be with you, and but you can't hear that or this. Again, I don't ever like for the technology to get in the way of what I'm trying to bring. You understand? It's very important to me.
That. Anyway, I didn't know a damn thing about Excel. Not a damn thing. But one of the things I have in my skill set is if I see something, I can do that. Real quick. Real quick. You know? I taught dance for many years, but long before I taught dance, that's how I would learn dance. I could see it and just do it. Just do it. I see it, that's it, I could do it, done. Anyway, so that played a role. You know, I was able to I just go, yeah, I know how to do that. I know a damn thing. But I ended up with that damn job at USA Today, Gannett, or Gannett USA Today. Oh yes, I did that. You see? Shifting layers. Shifting layers. Shifting layers. You see? But I had to cram and crunch. And I had to call in the resources. Called up my brother and his wife, like, what the fuck? I don't know, Excel, get over here, show me. And it's a crash course real quick, you know? And it was nothing. And a lot of times they ask you for things on as requirements for jobs, just as a softball way of weeding you out. You'll weed your own self out. They don't have to tell you no. You go, oh, I don't know how to do Excel, so never mind. And then if you tell them, they say, oh man, because we need somebody with that skill set. But good luck to you and everything. And okay, great, okay, bye. They love that, bye, that shit. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to get something cold to drink, y'all. I can't. I'm making my own self vomit. Anyways. Bye.
I want to say this, y'all. Too, you must remember, because I speak from the heart, sometimes when I'm rewatching a video back, I don't remember everything I've said. So, like, even that moment was funny for me because that's so me. Like, just, I make my own self sick sometimes. Like, it's just, anyway, I just want to share that. Moving on.
It makes me sick. And I know some of y'all cracking up right now because you've heard that and you know it. And for some of y'all that maybe didn't catch it before, I just rang the bell and you went, I know, right? They do that shit. So you don't ever say no. Don't. At the very least, you just take your ass onto that damn job, let them find out you don't know how to do the shit, and then they can get rid of you if that comes to that. But you don't say no. Don't. Damn it. Alright. Now, I want to move into some real key things. Let's start with traffic tickets. I've never had a traffic ticket that I didn't beat. And I'm not a lawyer. But I am a lawyer. And alas, all of us can be lawyers because there's an expectation under the law that you're supposed to know it. You know, you'll hear courts and judges say, ignorance of the law is not a defense. As if people are just sitting around reading fucking law books and shit. Well, some of us do. Thank you very much. All right. And so, alas, and that stuff, and you always, again, you have to beat them at their game. At their game. At their game. So when you get a traffic ticket, first thing you want to do is not panic. Just get the damn traffic ticket. Fuck it. If you know you're not guilty, then you have to be able to use the right language in the court. You can't just go and say, I didn't do this. I just said, but I didn't do it. You didn't do it, but that's not enough. You're dealing with this white devil. So you got to be able to speak his level ass language. You see what I'm saying? So it's not enough. You got to be able to speak their language. Give you a case in point. Now, but before I give you that case in point, I want to continue on. Once you get your ticket, whether you're guilty or not, first thing you want to do when you get home is you want to read that fucking ticket. Every box. Every box. Because you're going to ask him when he comes up to your window, excuse me, officer, can I ask why I was pulled over? after he says, "Can I get your driver's license registration?" Sure. Can I ask why I was pulled over? So once you do this fake move, they think you're getting it, and they start answering. Because if you go, "Can I ask why I was pulled over?" Then you're the uppity Negro. Then you see, get what you want out of the society. So fake act. You should be like, "Sure. Can I ask why I was pulled over?" You never get your shit checked though, till you get that answer. But you look like you, or sometimes I go, "Sure, can I see your driver's license registration, sir?" "Yes, I'm just going to reach in my glove compartment and get it, just so you know, I don't have anything in my hands." "All right, can I ask why I was pulled over?" And then you do the fake start leaning, and the squint usually helps too, because like you're inquisitive, the inquisitive eye usually, that's a Jedi mind trick. Like, I'm really interested to hear what you're saying, like, "You're so brilliant, I pale to your brilliance, and your light is shining so bright I'm blind." It says that almost. It's subconscious, everybody. And you must also remember that most, 99.9% of people in this society are dumb as fuck. If I was someone of a different heart, I'd be the perfect fucking, what do you call those people? It's swindler, isn't it? Con man, you know, any of that level of stuff. I could be that dude. So you're like, "Can I ask why I was pulled over?" Because like you have no idea, but you don't want to say, "I don't know why I was pulled over." But that also says that too, the fake squint. "Guess why I was pulled over?" It works every fucking time, every damn time. Now, because you need an answer that he's vocalized, because that's what he's going to write on the ticket. Then when he
Okay, I guess I do say it. Never mind.
comes back with the ticket, you say, when he's asking you to sign it, you're looking at it to see that he put what he told you on that fucking ticket. Because that's binding now. That's binding. Now, once you get your ticket, you take the bitch home and you read in every single box. I'm going to give you an example why that's important. Last time I got a ticket was when my do-rag was too tight. Damn it, this damn do-rag, I'm over it. But anytime you guys see me doing this in my videos, that's my do-rag, it's too damn tight, I'm over it. Read the ticket.
I'm doing it now.
Last time I got a ticket, I didn't think he was even after me. I signaled and was getting over like and then he was getting over with me. I'm like, what the fuck is he pulling me over for? Tell you what I had done. I had gone through, there's those right turn arrows. There's red, yellow, and green, and the arrow which turns red, yellow, and green. All right? So it was yellow. I went. I still had time. So I'm saying it's yellow. It ain't turn red. So I'm saying, and I was close enough, and it wasn't like I was way back, and then oh my god, I was going through there while it was yellow. Well, his perspective, he thought I ran the light. That's fine. But here's what he wrote on the ticket. The code. You got to look for the code infraction, everybody. The code that he marked was for a solid red light. There's a different code for an arrow. I'm immediately not guilty of that infraction. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Very nice. Very nice. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Very nice. Very nice. Yes, I was in Provence last week. Yes, in Provence. Anyway, also, he wrote down my car as the wrong year. He wrote the wrong year of my Honda. Yeah. So now, my name is up there, and I was there, but, Your Honor, he's described a different infraction here. And here's my pictures of the intersection. You clearly see there's an arrow, and my car clearly isn't that year. He's got the wrong person. Boom. The case is no more. Do you understand? That's how the law works. Give you another one. I was living in Maryland. I was coming out of Greenbelt Station because I worked at a very prestigious law firm, McDermott, Will and Emery. And so I used to get on the train every day, come and drive and ride it back to Greenbelt Station because I lived in Beltsville near the university, near university. And my car at that time was a old Subaru, but that was my girl. I called her Gertrude. That was my girl, and she did have some mechanical issues, and there's a police officer that parks in there, and he was giving people tickets for running the stop sign. I went to court, and there was like 15, 20 other people there for the same cop, and his fat ass was in the court. Well, when your boy got up, you got to use their law. That's why I say you can always beat them at their own game, everybody. It doesn't matter what it is. Oh, I got a million of them for you. This is going to be a long video. Judge says, how do you plead? I said, not guilty, Your Honor, and if it would please the court, he goes, take a step forward. He goes, you're entering a plea of not guilty? I go, absolutely not guilty. He goes, all right, would you like to enter a defense right now? I go, yes. I go, and if it would please the court, I would like to use the chalkboard if I could. Thank you. So I go to the chalkboard. I'm in my tie and my Kenneth Cole shoes and my whatever. All right. And I go to the board and I go, Your Honor, first of all, the stop sign is on an incline. And I drew the incline with a little fake-ass stop sign because I'm not Picasso. I draw that. I said, and I pulled my keys out of my pocket. I said, Your Honor, my car, which I affectionately called Gertrude, is in the parking structure at the court. And everybody in the courtroom laughed. Even the judge. I said, if it will please the court, you can go out and drive this car right now. I'm not guilty and could not be guilty of this infraction because my car has a fuel issue whereby if you don't come to a complete stop and you try and just slow down and push it and go, it will cut off because the gas just don't work like that. This is an incline. I leave this station every single day coming from my job at the law firm. And it's not possible for me to do a rolling stop. I'm simply not guilty of this. And, Your Honor, you will notice on the ticket that he has marked my car as yellow. This was, what time did I used to get? It was summertime, so it was still bright as hell out. Clearly my car is white. He had it written down as yellow. I said, you look on the ticket, Your Honor, you will see that he has my vehicle marked as yellow. My car is white. This was an overzealous officer who was just out there writing tickets. I'm not guilty of this infraction, and I asked you move to dismiss this immediately. You know what the judge said to me? He goes, you should go into law. You should go into law. You should go into law. He said, I am going to dismiss your case, and everybody else that's here for this officer, your cases are dismissed. You can leave the court. Done. And it was like something out of a movie. People were clapping and everything. Beat them at their own game. You see? So when you get a traffic ticket, sit down and read it and start juxtaposing that to the codes that are on there and the law and all of that. Don't just go in with your own word. And you don't need no attorney. And don't show up and pay no damn fee because that's a coin you can keep. Matter of fact, you use that coin to celebrate after you win your damn case. Understand that. You see? So read your ticket. Look at the codes that they're marking, understand what has been written, what your infraction is first, and then you can plan your course of defense. That's all I'll say about that for now, but like I said, I got a million stories of that one. Another one I'll give you. You can always get what you want from, what do we call them? Not creditors, but like the phone company and the cable company and the gas company and the lights and all the shit. You can always get shit that you want, everybody. One thing this white devil loves is when you lick their ass. and tell them that there's something wonderful that they're not. They love that. They love that. So you use that against them. You use that on them, I should say. Give you a case in point. One day I call up Verizon.
Oh, thank you,
I
Cheryl.
don't know why I called them now. This was like 2000 and... I don't even know what year it was, y'all. We'll just say it was 2005. I don't remember why I was calling up. Because I was literally on hold for 6 hours. When you're put on hold, don't hang up. Don't hang up. Especially if it's the phone company.
True story.
Don't hang up. Do not hang up. Because you can get 2 years of free fucking service like I did. Because it was very short when they finally did get on the phone. And I knew it was 6 hours because everything that I know what I watched on TV at that time. And I know what was on when I went to sleep. I literally went to sleep and woke up and I was still on hold. And it was whatever the fuck was on. I'm like, I've literally been on hold this damn long. The music was still playing everything. But I still held. When they got on there, I said, I want to talk to a supervisor right now. Right now. She got on the phone. I said, you are my phone company. So I don't have to convince you. You can just look at my record right now and know that I've been on hold for 6 hours. I want shit now. They gave me 2 years. Now,
True, D.
the other thing that's key to getting what you want in society is and they're just in life in general. You never ever deal with people that are not empowered to give you what you want, everybody. Don't. How many times you call someplace and you go, I would like to speak with the supervisor, please. And then that fucking little gatekeeper goes, well, is there something I can help you with? Yes, bitch, you can get me a supervisor. That's what I just stated what I need you to do. I just stated it. I just stated it. And you be firm with them. Because you need to let them know that you don't have time for their little ass. And there's another way to deal with that too. That could be more nice and more diplomatic. All right? That gatekeeper's always, and sometimes they're just nosy. You know what I'm saying? Or they might be some bullshit they self and they trying to see if you the person calling to get them in trouble or something. It's always that. The only time people when you ask for a supervisor in any scenario, at any job or any company, and they just go, okay, give me one moment. It's because they know that shit is clean. This ain't about me. Let me just get who they say they want. Yeah. So you never ever waste your time with people that are not empowered to give you what you want. The other diplomatic way that I mentioned just a second ago was this. A lot of times I call companies and I ask for a supervisor and I go, well, something I can help you with that? I go, no. Because this needs to go all the way to the top. And I don't want to start pissing off and ruin the day of people that I don't need to start cussing out. So I don't want to ruin your day, Jessica. So get me the next person that's over you. Do it now. She knows you're steamrolling her ass out of the way. Otherwise, because I'm telling you, I'm going to lash in on you and make this a very difficult time for you. You see? So get your ass out the way and get me who I want. And they always do. So never waste time with the bottom feeders. Don't do that. Don't do that. Give you a case in point. I got a million of them. But I'll give you one. I had DirecTV. I still have DirecTV now again. But anyway, I had DirecTV. And when I had 3 rooms installed. And the living room, they had that DVR thing. I don't like that. Because the white man's the devil. And I know that there's cameras and listening devices in those damn things. And I don't want it. You see? Plus, I didn't need it because I have a DVD recorder that I can record stuff directly from television directly to DVD. Like, I don't need a DVR. You feel me? So, I call up DirecTV because my other rooms had the little small tuners. Little cute little things. They look cute in the room and everything. You know what I'm saying? A little blue light and all that. Like, yeah. They look tight. And they had the creme de la creme. They had the auto-tune feature, which means you'll never miss nothing. Because I used to put stickies on my TV, literally. Damn it, they said the Soul Train Awards. God damn it. God damn it. Sticky. God damn it, the such and such is coming on. What is that? Thursday, say Wednesday, quick, right? And stickies. I had stickies on my TV. So with the auto tune with DirecTV plus DirecTV, their satellite is set up in a way where they're programming.
The
They get the
real.
information early enough that you can literally go a week, 2 weeks in advance. So they mentioned something's coming on in a week. I can go a week in advance and auto tune that, and the TV will turn over there, and it will be that. And then on top of that, if I got my DVD recorder ready to go, I can record the bits of the tape. So I'm killing it. All right, fine. So I didn't want the DVR. I'm like, I like these little tuners because they have the auto tune feature and the DVR does not. First person, everybody that talked to DirecTV, it's gonna be $275 or some outrageous bullshit that no human is gonna pay. It's gonna be $275, and I'm like, no, I'm not paying that. I don't need to. I don't need to. I don't need to. Let me talk to the person that's over you. Did they give me the next person? Let me talk to the person over you. Hi, this is so and so. So and so, what's your position? Such and such. Okay, let me talk to the person that's over you. Well, is there something I can help you with? Yeah, you can get me the person that's over you. All right. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, hold on just a moment, please. Then finally got to the top dude. Boom. This is Mr. So-and-so. I'm a DirecTV customer. And I know that customer acquisition and retention is very important to DirecTV and the values its customers, especially those that are never late on their payment. This is what I want, such and such. I don't like this DVR. It's not pleasing to me. I'm absolutely in love with your smaller tuners. They're fantastic. They take all that space in the home, and I schmooze them a little bit. Wallahi, the next day there was a UPS box at my house. Everybody to send the shit back with the damn tuner, and they had the other shit, and it cost me a damn dime. Understand that? You understand? No, I don't need to. I don't need to. I don't need to. You're dealing with multi-billion-dollar corporations. I'm going to get what I want. I'm going to. And every dollar counts to them. So when you talk to the people that are at the bottom, they don't see the big picture. They're just trying to get their little hours in, do their job, and go home. They're over it. But there's somebody in any corporation, any business structure, who they're looking at the numbers.
Yeah. Right. And I want to stop and say this. I don't care if you're at a McDonald's, everybody. What I'm really trying to convey there to my audience is in life, in life, don't waste your time on people not empowered to give you what it is you seek. Don't look in a poppy field for a four-leaf clover. It's not there. It's not. It won't be. It can't be. It's not. They checked it. It's not. So don't waste your time. How many times am I with any of our people and they're recalling some nightmare scenario of something that happened to them? And and it was a lady, and the dude that I talked to, when I get on the phone, I have a ink pen ready to write. And nowadays they get offended when because most time, there's some businesses and corporations that when the person answers the phone, they tell you their name. But they also are prone to rattle it off real quick. They don't really want you to know their name and they're supposed to say it. So they try and rattle it off. There's that. Then there's those who don't say their name at all. And then there's those who say their name. So the ones who say their name, I write it on down. The person who rattles it off, I go, and what was it? What was your name again? And there's always at least 95% a delay. And then they come back with, what can I help you with? No, bitch, what's your name? We still back at the name part, the name part, that, you see, because I feel like they feel like they're gonna be in trouble, or that you're confronting them already by just asking them their fucking name. So depending on what mood I'm in and how pissy I might be that day, if I'm not, then I explain to them. I say, look, I'm from the old school where I just like to know who I'm talking to, and then I immediately say my name. My name is so and so, so, and then they kind of relax. You feel me? Like, oh, it's just but they were too dumb to even just get that. The person just wants to know who they're talking to. You see what I'm saying? It's very, I can't with it, but I don't care if it's a McDonald's. Your burger is wrong. You want the franchisee. You don't want the manager. So you want the franchisee. You understand? To get what it is that you want. This is one of the keys to what I'm trying to lay out in this whole piece about how to get what you want out of this society. One of the sage ingredient to this, because sometimes you have some people at the bottom that will just, these are rare, that will just go ahead and totally accommodate whatever it is that I'm seeking. Those are miracle moments. But you always go to the person that's empowered, because that's what they're there for. That's why any business structure has seniority and managers and levels of power and shit. There's somebody there that can do some shit. It can be done. And don't take no until it's just, there can't be a no, or until there absolutely cannot be a yes. Like the building imploded on their end as they were speaking to you or something. A nuclear blast. I don't know. But you don't take no for an answer when there can be a yes. If you're not being ridiculous, you're not asking for somebody to levitate in front of you. That would be impossible. So you're not asking for the impossible. It's possible. So that's what I want. That's what I want. That's what I want. So I want that. Give me that. And I'll be happy.
You understand? When I used to manage Taco Bell, they were always on the bigwigs up were always on my ass about food cost. You see what I'm saying? So when you walk into Taco Bell, you be like, ain't no cheese on there. You see what I'm saying? That manager is looking at his bottom line and his salary. You see what I'm saying? Nah, bro, you can't get no more cheese because you can't. But so there's always somebody in that those numbers matter to, that a customer matters to, because they're not on the front lines, and all they do is sit in boardrooms talk about customers and our customers doing this and our customers doing that, and we're doing this for our customers because they like to feel good about themselves. So those are people you want to get their ear. Now I am the customer calling you. What are you going to do for me? You see? What are you going to do? So they did that. There's another time I got 3 years of free service for DirecTV, because I called up because I was bitching because I bought a new TV, and they were telling me I needed to have an HD. I need to pay for HD, which I found out that if there's an HD signal, my TV's HD, I don't need a damn extra. I don't need to pay $10. 3 years of free service for DirecTV, because I called up because I was bitching because I bought a new TV, and they were telling me I needed to have an HD. I need to pay for HD, which I found out that if there's an HD signal and my TV's HD, I don't need a damn extra. I don't need to pay the $10. Got on the phone with a higher up. You have to be able to feel the person that you're talking to. That's one of my gifts, though, you guys. So this part, either you have it or you don't. I have a sixth sense. I feel people. I know it before you say it to me. Anyways, I had a good rapport with her. And I started telling her, I just think DirecTV is just the best. I know. I was telling everybody they can't be friends with me if they don't have DirecTV. And I was just going on and on about DirecTV. She was so impressed. But she's one of them people that sits in boardrooms, talk about their customers, and our customers doing this, and our customers doing that, and our customers. And she came back, gave me 3 years free fucking everything with DirecTV, including all the premium shit. No games, homie. No games. No damn games. None at all. You also have to know that there's things that you can do. For instance, like when you travel Amtrak. I'm just going to jump around a little bit now. Greyhound and Amtrak don't ever see their fucking people. They're only a phone number. You feel me? That's it. So they're very easy to get over on too. Next time you travel Amtrak or Greyhound, you tell them, do you have any not consideration? Do you have any accommodation?
Accommodation.
Do you have any accommodation for disabled? They go, are you disabled? Like, yeah, I'm disabled.
I did say it. I didn't know it.
Are you like on a wheelchair or cane or anything? I do. I'm with a cane, and I just, I use a wheelchair sometimes, but mostly on my cane. And it's just kind of, and give them that confusing talk. It's just kind of, because that's white talk. You know how they do that just sort of. This is in that same lane, everybody. You have to know what language is. Listen to me now.
This is 100% true. How you communicate, everybody, it matters, you know, because remember, these people are not us. You got to know them. It's kind of like, I was watching recently some old, I don't know if they're new to me, episodes of The Dog Whisperer online, Cesar Milan. And it was profound for me. I mean, I had seen the show back, I think, when it used to be on TV and blah, blah, blah. But it was profound to me uh, in this moment because first, first I want to tell you about why I stopped to tell you this. He understands. He's watched dogs. He's watched them, and because he's watched them, he's a gazillionaire on just knowing how to communicate with dogs. He's a household name. This is that. You got to know how they do everything, and that's one of my that's the advantage I'm trying to give you. It's on the list, So when I'm saying things like what I say just now, um, when you do that, just so because it was all just, it was just yeah and yeah. It sounds like nothing but gibberish, but that works. That works. I'm gonna try and conjure an example for you. Um, well, I'll just use even what I was saying there. Like for I'm trying to give you a fresh one though. Maybe it'll come to me, inshallah. But you know, um, you go you someplace and you want to get you know, I can't conjure one right now. But just without the actual thing, I'll give you the context. You know, like we're just gonna do such and such because um but that was a good example that I was giving there in the piece because that I did that. You know, I do have a cane that I once walked on, and every once and again when my feet flare up, you may see me on it, but it's very 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 rare. So I just asked, do y'all have any accommodation for people that are, and she may have asked me, but whatever. I go, yeah, because, and I have a wheelchair, but sometimes I use my cane, so it's just, and yeah, and so, but yeah, because that's how they hear. You and I would be looking for a detail. What did you say? So are you saying such and such? We would interrogate. It's our way. They don't, if you know how to communicate. And so, yeah, and it's just because it ends in yeah. So whatever hocus pocus I'm giving over here is just distractory and yeah. Yeah, because yeah. Yeah. Okay, so we'll just put that down. I think it ended up being like a $200 discount or some shit. Wallahi. So it matters. It's not just gibberish. It matters, dude. It matters.
They do that sort of. This is in that same lane, everybody. You have to know what language is. Listen to me now. Style is everything. Style. It's just
Right.
and just and
Right. The sort of. Yeah. Okay, because the delay, y'all. So it may have stopped for you, but I'm still waiting for it to stop, so I know I'm clear to speak. It's a whole thing. But anyway, that is valid. That sort of. I hate the fuck out of that phrase. And people just use it right along with like, and both of them send me straight to the ICU. Both of them. Sort of and like, like. You just sit and mark how many times somebody says like, and you will vomit probably. But it's right there with sort of. Whenever it came on the scene, everybody adopted it. And I really think they throw out phrases into the lexicon to see that it catches on. That's how everybody ends up speaking the same way. You know, it's kind of like what I've told you about brothers. You know, brothers always want to act like they doing their own thing, like we don't watch each other as men. Of course you watch each other as men. That's why every nigga look like a cookie cutter. They watching each other. We do. They just don't want to admit it because it
It's
compromises
just
our
been
masculinity some kind of way. And oh my God, you shouldn't be watching another man. Of course you should. And we always talking about only it take a man to raise a boy. So, but we're gonna teach that same boy not to look at other men and boys. Then what's he? Come on. I mean, I'm over it. But I think they put out phrases just like I told you guys. Everybody starting with so. I had to release that energy. Another one that I feel better now. I just there a third one. No more. I had to purge. I needed to purge. Oh my God, that was accidental. It was accidental. It but so sends me to at least dig my own grave if I'm not going to get in it. So any question, anything. Hey, do you know how to get to what's the nearest uh, KFC or some shit near here? So that's a dead bitch right there. Dead. Because but I saw it come out. I saw it. I see these things take hold in the society. Wallahi, everybody, when I tell you that I'm a watcher, I mean it. And this is just one example of that, you know. So this sort of caught on like that, sort of. But it will get you another extra few feet in the society. You understand? You have to. I I have a sixth sense. I'm clairvoyant and I feel energy, but I really do think that there's intuition that everybody can have. There's a level of intuition without the gifts. There's a level of basic intuition I think everybody has if you just paying attention to yourself. Know who you are. Know who you are. And then how do I fit in what is the environment I'm in? How do I fit in that? And how do I make that environment work for me? That's what you got to do. And language is such a big part of it. I preach language till I'm blue. If I had a penny for every time I've stressed language and its importance, I probably would be a gazillionaire right now. But language is important on so many levels in so many different contexts. And one of them is dealing with this enemy in their society with their shit. You gotta know. You gotta know. And it's the yin and the yang and the push and the pull and when to and when not to, you know? But that's part of your jihad in life, your struggle in life is how to navigate. You know, this is one of the things that I worry about. It's one of the things I put in the category of education. When I talk about how we have to define what education is, this is on that list. They're not teaching this in school, but you should be teaching it to our children. You got to know how to navigate. It's one of the big things that I worry about with my nephew. I find he was a straight A student, he was president of his class, and blah blah blah. But that was nothing. Nothing. He is like me. Academics came very easy to him. So, but unlike me, he's not going to know how to fill in the vacancy. That's just one sector of who you are. That's one damn accomplishment. If we're going to count it as an accomplishment, what else are you? Do you have life skill, day to day, moment to moment? So, anyways, I'm gonna lecture a little bit, but
and I'm
just
just
we'll
doing
finish
so
this.
much, and oh my God, and everything hurts, and oh my God. But anyways, what were you saying? Yeah, because we can do so and so. Because I want you to know, the last time I traveled on
Let
Amtrak,
me say this.
I,
I'm also mad that okay, the delay, y'all. Um, you see the difference and no beard and my beard. You feel me? There's times when I want to shave it off and start again, but nah. And when I see stuff like this, I'm like, nah, you good, homie. You flexing right now. Feel me? You flexing all over. Feel me? You just flexed up. Feel me? You overflex and stuff. Feel me? So I just want to point out that.
And I'm just doing so much, and oh my god, and everything hurts, and oh my god. But anyways, what were you saying? Yeah, because we can do so and so. Because I want you to know, the last time I traveled on Amtrak, I paid less than $200 for a fucking Amtrak ticket across this bitch. Know this. You see? You got to get them at their own
Facts.
game. And this whole society is set up on usury, everything that's against God. So when you can get something, God damn it, you get it. That's why I've said to my people, if you're somebody out there that's even on public assistance, um, when I was growing up, it was food stamps. Now I see that you be in the grocery store and you see somebody and they on food stamps, you don't even know it because they pulled out a credit card and stuff. But so what? My thing is, I know some people are embarrassed. Whatever I did a 4th of July video a couple years ago, and I was telling my people, hold your damn head high because that's a free coin, and they owe you so much more than that, and that's for what the ancestors didn't get. So goddamn it, hold your head high. Do it. Do it. You understand what I'm saying? That's a little random, but I had to mention that. Um, so you can get what you want from the various I don't know if I call DirecTV and people like that utility. We're just gonna call them utility right now, y'all, because I don't got another word. Um, and anytime you have an outage with your cable, if it's 5 minutes, you call them up and go, my cable was out, I can't believe it, and you're outraged. I want a credit for this. They always give you a credit. They always do. They always do. They always do. And when you think about money being relative and accumulative, I guess, in
Yes, I want to make sure I stress that. Um, because I can see here at this point, I wasn't really aware of the time, like how long I'd been on or something like that, and so I was just trying to just um get to more, items that I could share with you, but um um but that's so critical what I just said right there. That's the truth, and most people don't do this. If your cable is out for even 5 minutes, you call them up and you're outraged. Oh, you can't go on, you won't go on. And it was your favorite show. Then you looked and found out what shit was on to find something that was on so you could say that was your favorite show. And it was my favorite show, and I can't even. And the kids were watching, and it's all just, and it's just, and I just, and that whole, and just with nothing, and just, and because that all equals outrage, and just, and just that equals at least 3 months of some premium channels or a month for free. It matters, everybody. I'm going to tell you something else that I don't think I shared, but I listen. When Barack Obama was running for president, I noticed that in his stump speeches at his rallies, he kept saying, unplug your chargers, unplug your phone chargers. I just thought, first couple times he said it, I just thought it was whatever. But then he kept saying it. I said, he's telling us something. Wallahi, when your damn phone charger is plugged in, you just leaving your charger plugged in, that's costing you. Unplug your damn charger every time when it says your phone is 100% or whatever you charging is 100%. Unplug the shit and unplug it. Done. And watch a change in your electric bill. Watch. 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 But there he was. And I thought, why is he saying this? This is what's so random. That's what made it effective. I always tell you, want to hide something, put it right out in the open. No one He knows that. He knows that. He knows that. And I was like, son of a bitch. I literally saw the difference in my electric bill. Because I was one of those people who just leave my charger plugged in. Because why not? Well, here's why not. Excuse me.
In a way, every little penny counts. Everything adds up to something. So, a few dollars here or there, that's can be cute. You know what I'm saying? So, anytime you have an outage, you always call them up immediately. And go, I can't believe my cable's out. Ugh. Okay, we're working okay, but that's fine. But I'm missing my favorite thing right now, and this is
Right.
why I even have your service. So I don't know if I should even continue with you guys. I don't even know. Maybe you should put me through the retention because I don't know. Now, if she can't do anything, if she doesn't offer you something immediately, then you ask to be put through to retention because most companies have a retention department, especially the cable companies, because there's so much competition, you know. And you call them when they get on the phone. Let's say you're with DirecTV, and you go, "Well, Spectrum wants me. They want me. They want me."
That's so true. Right. Right. I just got 4 calls from Dish Network just today. So, I may have to make a decision. I don't know. And, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You know, I don't know. I don't know. Well, we'd love to keep you as a customer because I know that somewhere behind the scenes, companies offer bonuses and things like that for all kinds of stuff, or little points, or something that's internal to their employee structure, And this, I insinuate, is one of them, you know. Just the fact they have a retention department is telling. Because otherwise they'd be like, fuck you, then you take your business someplace else, we don't care, and goodbye and click. You see? But the fact they even have a department to try and hold on to because it's a competitive space. Now, having said that, if you with Spectrum, you really have a lot of choices that's going to be better than them right now, unless you got Fios or somebody, you understand? So, they kind of closed the gap to try to shut people like me out. But there's still ways around it. Again, where there's a will, there's a way. You've decided it's going to be, it shall be. It shall be, shall. For those of you who follow me and know what I'm saying right there, you know. So, but you can use that tactic, and I'll just have to go someplace else, like as if it don't matter to you. Don't ever give companies the feeling that you love them so much. It's one thing to lick their butt and compliment them, tell them how fantastic they are. That's fine, but you also that can exist in the same space of, but I'm not really that. But you really don't. I could do with or without you. You feel me? But for me, it's right up there with I always tell women, don't ever tell a dude that you think he's good looking. Don't. And I'm so right that there are those weak ass niggas, and you'll know they're the weak nigga because they'll be like, well, you ain't told me what you think about how I look, because I don't need to. I'm interested in a man, not looks. I'm trying to see if you're a man or not. Are you carrying yourself on your looks, bruh? Because if so, I'll call a Uber and be up out of here. Just, you feel me? Don't ever, because there's dudes that are immature. That most dudes are immature and they get off on that as if they are female. You know, like the roles have just been so blended now. You know, but for me, it starts with an early age. That's why I've also been consistent to tell you, we don't ever give you little boys compliments of vanity, ever. As far as they know, they look like some bullshit. I know this to be true because all growing up, I was never given that. I wasn't given that. Sometime I would hear people, I remember with my grandmama someplace, and be like, oh, he's so cute. He's so cute. I would hear that every once and again like that, but it wasn't just in my face. Oh, you're so cute. You're so cute. You're so cute. To this day, I really have a problem with having any evaluation of my own vanity. You know, I look back and go, damn, I had it kind of going on for a minute. Maybe I look back at this time in 20 years and go, okay, you was all right, but I don't know, because that wasn't. reaped upon me my whole damn life. And I know I'm not a model. So don't give that to a company that you want them. It's one thing to offer a compliment, but be over like, but it don't mean shit to me. You feel me? Like, and so that's the balance you want to strike. Like, well, after you've already told them how fantastic they are and they're the best company and blah 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 blah. But I don't know. Dish is calling me and Files has had somebody at my house yesterday, so I may have to look at some things. You know, I just may have to look at some things. I don't know. It's touch and go.
They
It
just had a rep
works.
at my house yesterday. Was having coffee with me. They want me. They've all told me they want me. They go, well, is there anything we can do that we're going to do everything we can to try and keep you as a valued customer? They start licking your butt, and then you get what you want, I don't know. The only thing that's going to make me feel good right now if I can get 6 months of HBO for free. I mean, I think that's not impossible to ask, and I don't think I'm being unreasonable because you guys are a great company. Always give them a little something. Be passive aggressive because you guys are a great company, and this just seems beneath you, and I'm just disappointed. I can't even believe this. Now they want to prove to you. Well, we can give you that 6 months of HBO. We can do that, and we can also take another $10 off for the next 4 months if you like, and you get shit. You see what I'm saying? I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you, this is not being shisty. This is about using the system. It's a system. Make it work for you. Make it work for you. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, when it comes to, I want to get into some serious matters too, like evictions and shit like that. Like somebody's about to be evicted from your house and all these types of things. But before I get into that, I want to go into some more everyday things, like with your gas bill and things like that. A lot of people don't know that there's a little thing called the Public Utilities Commission, and they're your friend. They're set up to regulate the fucking utilities. They're like, I'm going to go tell my mommy. So the gas company pisses you off. Go, I'm going to tell mommy. You go to the Public Utilities Commission. Go, they piss me off. How dare they charge me $80 for my gas, you see. So you call the Public Utilities Commission. And let's say you're somebody, because somebody out there right now might have their gas get ready to get cut off. We don't know. You never know who's listening. Especially if you guys say, what's the shit? Because I haven't seen these in a lot of years. Probably since I was in my 20s. But, well, I'm still in my 20s. So that doesn't make any sense. Anyways, I digress. Anyways, but especially if you got a disconnect notice, you going to call the Public Utilities Commission, homie. You can Google that. Call the Public Utilities Commission and go, I don't have this. They immediately, all they ever ask you is your phone number, so in case you get disconnected, your account number on whatever your account is, and your name. And they have some backline to call somebody high up at the utility that's empowered to do shit. You see what I'm saying? Suddenly bills get waived or they get extended over a 6-month period and all these sorts of things. You see what I'm saying? Public Utilities Commission. Tell you another one. Maryland. I get a letter from the state controller of Maryland. All this tax that I owe. And all y'all that live in the MVA, Maryland, DC, and Virginia, y'all know if you single and you don't got no kids, they feel as though you don't need no money. So they just tax your ass to death. They take all your fucking money. So I lived in Maryland, but I worked in the district, like a lot of people. So I get a letter from the state controller. I got home one Friday afternoon. It was raining cats and dogs. All this tax that I owe. I call up the state controller of the state of Maryland, and they have to take your call. You're their constituent. They have to take your call. A lot of people don't know this. Your representative, your state, local, federal representatives, they have to take your call. Now, usually when you call, you get a national number that we usually put you in some office someplace else. But they're empowered to help you.
That's the truth. And I'm only telling you what I know for sure, everybody, that I've experienced myself. And that is the truth. Your representatives must take your call. The example I'm giving here is the state controller of Maryland at that time. But even here in California, I had a friend of mine, her and her two teenage daughters, her boyfriend was an alcoholic and, he was laying hands on her. And she called me up, what do I do? I said, let me do something. And I called up the representative. And in a very, very short amount of time, I had hotel vouchers for them. I also have known people that one of my buddies had a DUI. This was 2006-ish. And again, I'm one of these people that reads the fine print. The devil is in the detail, everybody. That's not just a phrase. It's a roadmap. And what I know is the DMV, the motor vehicle department, whatever in your damn state, is just they're against the Constitution. First of all, they shouldn't even exist because the Constitution says you have a right of travel on public road. You don't need a registration. You don't need a license. Done. So it didn't seem right to me. It seemed inconsistent with that law and that understanding that this person had a DUI and they had taken their driver's license. Well, how are they going to do anything now? So it turns out the court said they could have their license, but the DMV said no. So I just called the state representative and said, this is bullshit and they need to have their license. And it was done. Like, this is the other thing I don't understand. When you see something like the O.J. Simpson trial or something like that, they always go, well, they had the dream team. They paid all these lawyers all this money. The law is the same. So it's not, you can find a lawyer that's pro bono or that's several $100,000 cheaper. It's the same damn law. They don't have some special law for money. No. The only value to money in something like an OJ case would be the fact that of the DNA, so that lawyer, that law firm is going to charge you now for the resource of getting the DNA person and having the lab work done and stuff like that. Okay, that's fine. Then we see you need a little bit more money, but most cases that are adjudicated in courts across the country don't involve that level of investigation and all this. Like, you don't really need it. So you don't need you're not getting any better lawyering based on how much money they cost. It's the same law. I've helped countless people with lawsuits and my own successfully. Just apply yourself. There's no secret that you can't know. And they've even made it such now that even here in my own state, and there's other states too, where you don't even have to go to law school. If I wasn't going to Africa, I'd probably go into law, because the way it is in California now, you can intern with a law firm and then to go and take the bar. Done. That's it. You understand? So law is not exclusive to money. Like, ooh, that lawyer will know stuff this lawyer don't know. You understand? If you know anything about the law, you can defend yourself and bring any case that you want. If you're not as savvy, then at the very least what you can do is you can come up with some things that you think you should ask a lawyer to gauge his level of academia in the field. How many cases have you tried? What's your ratio to win and fail? Show me some of your previous cases. Whatever. I mean, you don't need all this money for a damn lawyer. You just don't.
But let's say you just want to speak to your senator. You go, no, I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to my senator. I want to talk to my senator. They have to talk to you. They have to. So in this case, the state controller, the secretary knew it. So when I call, she was like, well, I can have them call you, unless you want, if you want me to, I was like, nah, you just have them call me. I don't know, probably a half hour later or something like that. Surprisingly, I get a call from the state controller, and I tell him this is bullshit. I'm a single man. I'm a taxpayer. This and a third. I don't have a criminal
On a
record. I
Friday.
can't understand this. I don't owe this. Da, 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 da. I ranted and raved on. He heard everything I had to say. He waits till I shut up. He goes, I'm going to give you an address in Silver Spring, Maryland. Do you know where Silver Spring is? I go, yeah, I'm in Silver Spring all the time. Like, what are you telling me? By Allah, he told me the address to go to in Silver Spring, Maryland, everybody. I drove over there in the rain. When I got there, the lady in the office had papers lined out for me to sign. It all went away like that. I didn't owe shit. Nothing. Nothing. Because I called the state controller, because at the end of the day, the government is not really supposed to be taxing us. Do you know that the IRS is not a federal agency? Did you know that? They don't even have the power to arrest. That's why when they come to seize your shit, they bring the ATF, because they have arrest powers and they can carry guns. IRS can't do that. They're not a federal agency. They're stealing money from
They bring the ATF and the FBI. The ATF and the FBI is who they bring. Because they do not have power of arrest. The IRS can threaten you all damn day. You can tell them to suck your toe. It means nothing. They don't have the power of arrest. They are not a federal agency. But everybody thinks they are. I had to get that in.
The people illegally, but got you thinking it's perfectly legal. So-and-so don't even pay no taxes. Fuck you, whore. Good. That's what you need to be doing. You don't need to be paying no damn tax. And any way that you get around paying a damn tax, you do it. Because it's usury and it's against God. Not supposed to be no usury. Not supposed to be no tax. Think about it. How is it that somebody that don't know me that wasn't there when I'm struggling to get to work every day, 9 to 5, in the rain, sleet, snow, and wind, and then every week you get money too? No, bitch. Because when it's the other way around, then you're a freeloader. If I just get money that I didn't work for, then I'm a freeloader. But the government gets to take shit from me and they didn't work for it? No. All the while telling me, oh, we can't do universal health care. We're just not able to do it. We just don't have the money. We just don't have it. Really? Because I don't have it either. I just don't have it. Geez, I wish I could pay tax, but I just can't. Sorry. Bye-bye. You see? So, you need to understand that. Your representatives have to take your call. If you're somebody that's homeless or something like that, you can call. They can give you a hotel voucher and pay for it. Do you understand? You need to understand how this society works. There's people that getting shit and you like, how they get stuff? Some of them are just stumbling into it. Some of them are paying attention. Some of them are paying attention. Now, evictions. A lot of people get evicted from their place of residence, or they move and then they can't get their deposit back and all those things. Listen, there's a few states, but for the most part, America, tenants' rights are every fucking thing. Everything. And you need to be careful about moving people into your house. Yes, so you could come stay, because you might have somebody like me come and stay with you who knows the law. Because once I have one piece of mail come there, that's my residence, bitch. I don't care how long I've been there. And you can't make me leave unless you file an eviction with the court. And if you live in an apartment and it's on your lease that you can't sublet and I'm there, you got no case, homie. I'm staying until my fucking feet stop stinking. I understand that. You see what I'm saying? I would never do that. I mean, I'm a self-sufficient man. But I'm giving you a over-the-top example because that's how the law works. One piece of mail. That's my residence. I live there. I live there. I live. Well, look, here's my mail, officer. Here's the mail. And they're gonna go, well, that's his name and this is the address. That we could do. He's a resident. You're gonna have to file an eviction against him. And then when you march into the court, they're gonna go, are you the landlord? You go, no, actually, that's the landlord, but I sublease. Which you're not gonna have the landlord stand there because your ass ain't allowed to sublet. I got you. I'm your worst nightmare. I'm not going nowhere, and I'm clearing out the refrigerator. So be careful who you let come stay in your home. And the moment they say, "Can I have my mail come?"
Let me let you finish that statement because we're almost done.
Come here, you'd be like, "Nah, you can't have your mail come here. Get your ass a PO box." I don't know what to tell you. So said, but now, when it comes to getting your security deposit back, most places, if you don't,
That's important I want to expound on that just a tiny bit because black folks, y'all know, one of the things that saddens me, about our people, I see it so much with us. It's why I know of it. Is two things black folks love to do. A, have power over you. So they never gonna let you come and stay for free, except for me. I've done it and will do it. You gotta be what you want the world to be. But they aren't gonna let you stay for free, and they love any infraction till you got to get up out my house. It sends me. It sends me. It sends me. I could do at least a half hour just on that, how much that sends me and why. But what I'm saying in that segment is important because people don't really understand tenant law, renters' rights, landlords' rights, things like that. And the fact of the matter is, if somebody comes and stays at your house and has even one piece of mail come to that bitch, that is the residence. The burden is now on you to prove that they don't live there. You have to prove that. And as I say in the piece, if you are subletting to somebody, you ain't even told your landlord, you have no standing in a court. No standing. It means you don't have the right to even bring a suit to be standing in front of a judge. They will tell you that you have no standing here. You have no standing. And you're coming with dirty hands. So you're subletting illegally, unbeknownst to your landlord, and now you want me to make you whole to somebody you're subletting to and getting money in the back door. Not to mention you're probably not reporting that income, which I don't give a fuck about. I'm just telling you what they'll say, like whatever. But I'm just saying, if you're gonna let somebody stay with you, everybody, you got to be a whole. My only rule from me would be just make a way for the person and let them stay. Can't you just do that? And I would argue into the ground, why? How dare you take money in this and the third? But people aren't going to do that, except for me. So the best thing you can do is have the terms um, in writing. But still, if that person is ignorant of the law, then it can still work. But it doesn't really matter what you write down. At the end of the day, if that person has a piece of mail come to your house, that's their residence. And if they're savvy and they don't got a place to go and they want to stay, in fact, I just saw something. I think it was on Instagram, or I don't know if it was a movie. I feel like it's a real thing. It was a sister. She moved to I feel like Atlanta. A girlfriend of hers was like, "Girl, you can come and stay, girl." And she got down there, and within a couple days or something like that, she said in the first few minutes, it seemed like everything was like kind of off. And next thing you know, a couple days later, the chick was telling her it just ain't gonna work out and woo woo. And she's like, what? And I move all my stuff down here. I wish I could have got to her. You understand? Because I've seen that happen. People just don't give a fuck, man. And it's your life that you're talking about. It's one thing somebody owes you money or something, but you're talking about somebody having a roof over their head. This is not to be played with. I will kill you on the way out your door. I would do that. I would do that. In fact, let me say this because I have to tell the story. When I returned to California in 2003, the only thing I was waiting on was my check from my 401k. And I had already decided how I was coming back. But my then best friend at the time had come to Maryland to visit me a couple times and blah, blah. We had been friends for 18 years and was like, I just bought a new house, a big 4-bedroom house, and, you could come and stay. You don't got to give me nothing. Woo woo. Okay, it's not how I planned it, but you know, I'll do that. Well, literally the night that I got here, the energy was different. And there was a roommate there that I still don't know what. I know you for 18 years. I should know pretty much everything the fuck about you, and vice versa. But more than anything, after 18 years of friendship, my word should be gospel. Given time, but even if you want to throw that out, you don't give me the credit of that. Give me the benefit of my character, me, the Jedi, me. Like, fuck all the rest of humanity, me, who I am. I'm worthy. So I found under what was my bed in my bedroom, under the mattress, there was all of my friends' credit cards and the PIN numbers. I bring this to him. Isn't this concerning? Not concerning. My room is being gone in when I'm gone. I mean, everything I brought to him was like, it's not an issue. Finally, I was like, is there a dead body or something that I don't know about? Like, what? Anyway, what I'm trying to say is, now he's telling me, well, if you guys can't get along, then one of you guys is going to have to go. Fuck that. First of all, I said, I'll burn your house down. And he knows I don't make threats. I make promises. I preview I tell you what I'm going to do. I don't need to speak anything that I don't mean. It's a waste of time on the earth, and I don't waste time. I will burn this bitch to fucking ashes. I will do that. And unless you accept the following terms, we are going to go and find me a place. We are going to do that. And for 2 years, you are going to pay the rent, the light, the gas, the phone, the food, everything for 2 years. And I want it in writing or I burn this bitch down. One of my sisters, when I was still talking to their bitch ass, happens to be a notary. We drove an hour and a half to my sister's house. Notarized. Copy for her in the safe, a copy for me, a copy for him. For 2 years, this bitch ass paid my shit. Because I came all the way the fuck across this country and had the money to do my own thing. But you said, so it's the principle and the fact that you've trashed our fucking 18 years of friendship over what I don't know. And my word is not the gospel. And I don't love living here, and I should love it, and I don't. So that's another way to do it. You understand? So I had mail and all that stuff coming there, but this was like the gangster. You understand? It's going to be what I say, or it's not going to be at all. Ain't nobody gonna have a fucking place to live. Now, I didn't gouge him on the deal. I wasn't gonna go out and find some fancy condo. That's not me anyway. Found a nice little 1-bedroom place. Blah blah blah. It was nice. Nah, you understand? But I had to tell that story because I thought it's part of my life, and it fits with what I was just saying in the video right there. You understand? So be careful who you do let stay, and try to And it's easier to put people out if you're not charging them anything. You see? Because at least you let them stay for free. So they're more inclined to just, if it's really not working out, you ain't take nothing from them. So they can't really, well, I gave you my rent, because that's really their whole thing. They feel betrayed and used. You took my money and now you putting me out. Nobody likes that. So it's better to just let people stay for free. You understand? Because unless you're trying to have them stay with you the rest of your damn life, just so you can have another income, you shouldn't be charging people anything to stay with you. If they already have a job, then you want to see a photocopy of their bank statement, what the number is. And then in a month, I want to see if that's grown. You just want to make sure they're saving their money so they can get the fuck up out of your house. Because it's about them, not you. You are supposed to be a stepping stool for them to the next level of their life. You're there already. They need a step. So you're helping them if you let them stay for free. You're not really helping them if you're getting something out of it. You're not. You're not. I've had people stay with me and they desperately wanted to give me something. No, you can't give me anything. This is about you and your next chapter. It's not about me. I already have a place to live. The only thing I don't tolerate is you not cleaning up the shit that you mess up. Because I clean. You don't have to clean. I clean. I clean. I clean. So when you mess something up, you just clean that. That's all. That's it. There's nothing else you got to do. That's how you help people. If that's where your heart is at. But most people go cha-ching when somebody says, can I come stay with you? They go cha-ching. And all the extras that they're going to be able to do, and the bundles they're going to be able to buy or whatever, and it's all wrong, dude. If you're going to let somebody stay, you give them a place to stay and you let them stay for free so they can get their stuff together. That's the way you do it. Or you not, or you may as well just let them stay with you the rest of their damn life. I'm over it.
But now, when it comes to getting your security deposit back, most places, if you don't have, because so many people give up their security deposit, dude. I've been in leasing, I know. So, what you must understand is
Don't forget the thumbs up,
there's a
everybody.
very short window of time that a landlord has to walk your place, decide what damages are there or not, and give you an itemized list or give you your security deposit. And in many states, if they don't do that, they are known as being out of compliance. And therefore, the tenant is now entitled to 3 times the amount of the security deposit. Oh, it's sweet. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of little holes and loops and little valleys and caves and stuff in American law and the way that it practices things. And if you learn these things, you can get in and exploit those for your own benefit. You see? Because all America's doing is taking advantage of you any damn way. That's all they're doing. That's it. So every time you can get a little something back, goddamn it, you do it. You see what I'm saying? Goddamn it. You do it. Oh my God. I know this is going to cut off on me at any second now, y'all. Damn. I didn't know I was going to go this long. It's going to cut off. I know it. I can feel it. I can feel it. So I'm going to say this real quick. Let me know what you guys think of this thus far. If you think I need a second part, I'll do it. And also, if I think of some other thing, because I know, not think of some other things, I know there's some things I just didn't cover because I was trying to move through some things that I thought were most, that would be most valuable to you and that would be most interesting. And so there's a lot of abstract things that I could cover as well. Like when you go to rent a car, why you don't need to buy their insurance ever. You understand?
Right.
Or when your license is suspended and you don't have no insurance and you're in an accident, it's not your fault. You're still going to get a check, a very healthy check, and all these sorts of things.
Since I'm just rattling it off, stop loss. when you go to a rental car place, everybody, and they ask you, did you want to get insurance? You tell them, do you have stop loss? Because the the easiest way to tell it to you is this. When you get into an accident in a rental car, the lawsuit they normally have against you is the time they were without that car. But some companies don't have that. So it's not even relevant. They're going to take care of the car whether you are in an accident and it's your fault or it's somebody else. It doesn't matter. A fucking meteorite falls on it. It doesn't matter. It's you don't need the car insurance from a car rental place, and you don't even need to use your own insurance, and you don't even need to be insured. But you can also you can also insure yourself. If you don't own a car, you can get car insurance. That's a whole nother thing. But just to specifically say on stop loss, that's what you want to ask them. You'll see their eyes buck when they ask you, did you want to add the protection? Go, do you have stop loss? Their eyes will buck, especially if you're enterprise, because they have to have a bachelor's degree to even work at enterprise rent a car. Did you know that? Did you know that? So that's the question you want to be asking about stop loss. So think about how much more money you paying per day or per rental, or how much the price when you add the damn protection. You don't need it. You're throwing money. You may as well drive down the highway and just throw money out the window. I'm just throwing it out. Look, I'm throwing money, because that you're essentially doing that. What I said earlier, just before I mentioned that about the security deposit. A lot of people don't know this. Again, the fine print, everybody. Anytime you put anything in front of me, I'm reading the small shit first. I'm one of these people when I watch television. I don't have television now, but when I watch television from somebody else's house or something, or when I had television, when the commercials come on, I'm looking at the fucking small shit. I'm not looking at the advertisement. And usually, if I'm at my own house, I have the remote, so then I'm pausing it and I'm reading the shit that's at the bottom. How many times have I had uncles and they'll put up a Medicare ad, Uncle will be 80 in January, inshallah. But uh, there's all these, and they're targeted directly at somebody just like him. So I gotta look out for him. That's my uncle, and I say, Uncle, let me see the remote, and I stop it. And I say, and I'll read this fine print to him. Say, see, this is not even Medicare. They're not even associated with Medicare. They're not a government agency. They don't have to do anything like this. It's hocus pocus. It's bullshit. It is, it doesn't matter what it is. A fucking Coca-Cola commercial. I read the fine print. I can't remember not doing that. So when you have a lease and you're renting a house or an apartment, the first thing you want to do is read your damn lease. All of the clauses. I don't care how long it is. Read that shit. If you don't understand a section, call somebody or look some stuff up. Get clarity. Look it up on YouTube. Whatever you got to do so you make sure you understand that document. Make sure you understand it. Because when it comes to your security deposit, and there's even some states where they're charging you the security deposit plus 3 times the rent, and there's some places where that's not acceptable under the law due to rent control, and there's some other clauses that can affect that, but people don't know this. But generally, when you have a security deposit, after you move out, there's certain things that you're not responsible for at all. What's that, Jedi? Well, depending on how long you've been there. If you've been there at least 2 years, the carpet must be cleaned by law, by the landlord, or replaced. So they don't get to put that on the list of why they're taking your part of your security deposit to clean the carpet. Bitch, I was here 2 years. You're going to clean it anyway. So that's not on the list. What else? You understand? I forget the exact number on paint. I think it might be 5 years. I think it's 5 years on paint. Could be 3. I don't want to give you misinformation. But there's a certain amount of time. So carpet and paint. People have lived places where they've been there for years. And they move out, and then the landlord's like, well, and they just think, I was there that many years, I wore the place down, I don't get no security deposit. Yes, the fuck you do. Because there's some shit that's just, now, if you had somebody punching holes in walls, they're going to take for that. Because that's not natural wear and tear. You understand? But, you know, the backsplash in the kitchen being greasy, of course, over time. Well, you know, I was cooking food, you know, and so the oven wasn't perfect now. And, you know, I don't know what to tell you. This is natural wear and tear. You know, the toilet doesn't work anymore because of flushing it so many times, and now the thing broke, and so that's wear and tear. You've been there 5, 10 years, 10 years, no more wear and tear. Some shit just takes care of itself because you was just there. And you don't move in there, you're there 6 months, and now all this shit I'm describing is done, and you think you're getting a security deposit. I will fight your ass up out of there. You understand? But usually the landlord has 21 days to give you either an itemized list of why you're not getting your security deposit or give you your security deposit. Now, if they're going to take any portion of it, then in that same amount of time, they give you that itemized list. We took, let's say you had a $1,500 deposit, make it round, $1,000 deposit, and now they took $100. Keep the numbers round. They took $100 for something, so they give you the itemize of why they took that $100 and then give you the $900 back. When they don't do that, in most states, you're entitled to 3 times the amount of security deposit. It's not, you don't have to be savvy, you don't have to be a lawyer, you don't have to be smart, you have to be anything but be able to have a finger and point and say, Your Honor, this is when I moved out, and this when the bitch told me I wasn't getting my security deposit. So even if you weren't doing the security deposit back, and they had grounds to take all of it, they went over the time. So they're out of compliance. And now you're entitled to 3 times that fucking security deposit that you probably wasn't going to be worthy of to begin with. This happened. My friend Gwen, that I told you I got the damn hotel voucher for, there she was. Because people know, like, go to me, he will know something legal, go to him. I'm worthy. And so Gwen came to me and said, because this house she had lived in before, the landlord was this white devil ass landlord bitch was coming after her to take her to court. I went to court with her. First thing I looked at Gwen's stuff. I go, yeah, she's out of compliance. So now you're entitled 3 times the amount of the security deposit. She didn't know that. So will you come to court with me? I'll go to court with you. So there we are in the court. Now, before you go in to see the judge, they have they want you to go into mediation just to see if the parties can agree and this and the third. This bitch had a stack of pictures like this, y'all. Polaroid, but like not Polaroid, but just like, because Polaroid suggests it's the shit that's instant. I'm talking about pictures, like pictures, and she just couldn't get past. She was like, "But look at this," because my friend did have 5 dogs. Like, I wasn't trying to get the additional place to stay because you're the dogs. Like, I don't know what to tell you. But this place had been ruined by the dogs. It was true, but I said, you don't understand, miss. I said, you should just walk away from this lawsuit now. But I look at all the stuff I can show. She just couldn't hear me. She kept saying, but look at all the stuff. That's all she kept, like, scratch record. I said, you don't understand. You're about to lose this lawsuit. You're about to lose. I'm telling you, you're going to lose. You're out of compliance. It doesn't matter because and white people have to be right. So we went into the mediation room. A sister came in. She was the mediator. We're all sitting in there. She comes in, and some formalities are like, okay, so and so against so and so, blah blah something, and what was the reason? And she's like, yeah, because she damaged the property, and then my friend is saying, I want my security deposit, and she's saying, no, I don't need to give it to her, blah blah blah. And she never sent her a reason why she's keeping the security deposit. She just thought she'll just file the lawsuit and get more money from my friend. She wasn't just trying to be like, okay, I'm good with the security deposit and be gone. She's trying to get money. So I had told my friend, no, now you want your security deposit, and she's not going to get a damn thing. And so it took 2 seconds for the lady to look, and she said, you're out of compliance. The bitch looked at me and goes, He told me the same thing. I go, I guess you couldn't see it from my black face, you know. I guess that didn't really mean anything. You feel me? But I know this to be true. And I said to the mediator, I said, and now we will ask for the maximum that the state allows because she's out of compliance. Never went in front of the judge. Didn't need to. Didn't need to. Didn't need to. We're going to finish this. I think I'm done there, actually. I think I'm done. I think I was just landing. Let me just be sure. I'm
So there's a
landing.
lot of things I can get into, you guys. Um, um, and contracts and things like that. I'm telling you, it's always in the fine print. Last one, because I know it's going to cut off on me. I'm going to try and get this in. Bally's Total Fitness back in the late 1990s, probably early 2000s. Said $18 down, $18 a month. I kept seeing the commercial on TV. Finally, I decided to record it because there was no fine print. Because I'm the type of brother that reads the fine print on every fucking commercial. Let's see what they really saying, because that's where the truth is in the detail. So I recorded it. There was no fine print. I go to Ballard's Total Fitness. I go, I want to pay my $18 down, get $18 a month, no contract. They go, okay, we're just going to take you around the club. No, no, no. I'm $18 down, $18 a month. The moment they try to contest, I went onto my car, got the cassette tape or the VHS tape, brought it in and go, let's play this so you can see your own commercial. And if you don't go along with this, I can have my attorney here within a half hour. I can just pick an attorney at random who will take this case because it's clearly false advertising and misleading. You didn't even put a disclaimer in the fine print. Because at least you got the fine print, you can get away with it. Because it was there. It's still some bullshit. Because nobody reads that. But again, ignorance of the law is no defense.
Right.
So once they saw that, they gave me I gave them 18 lousy dollars, and I wanted my $2 back for my 20. No contract, and I had fucking membership at Bally's Total Fitness. Thank you very much. I don't play games. I don't play games because I don't come from wealth. And so, you know, my grandmother always taught me how to.
That's another true story. Because one of the things I hated, I had wanted to join a gym, and I was just sick and tired of, you know, you're gonna have to be locked in and all this, and it's all this money, and now I'm getting a little better. I don't need that. I'm still good here. What do I look like over here? 19%. Um, Anyways, I just was at nauseum sick of seeing these $18 down, $18 a month, no contract, blah blah blah. So I noticed that there was no little tiny writing, because sadly in America you're allowed to lie about anything on television as long as the print is so small, even nobody with even a fucking magnifying glass can read it. They can say it was there. We put the disclaimer. It's so deceptive, but it's legal. But this had none of it. I don't know if this was a mistake by the producers, whatever. It was to my benefit, homie, because I kept noticing it was running. I'm like, is they starting to put on fine print? It's $18 down, $18 a month. No disclaimer. I recorded the actual commercial. Just sat one day and waited for it to come on and hit the record. And poof, took that shit to Bally's Total Fitness in Greenbelt, Maryland, and said, yeah, I'd like to get the $18 down, $18 a month. Had my $20 ready to go. So I gave my $2 and change. And, you know, if you want to come here in the office and we can see, you know, there's nothing to see. $18 down, $18 a month for as long as I want to be here. That's what you said. So they didn't believe me. So I had to go out to my car and get the fucking VHS cassette and came back in and played the VHS cassette, their own commercial for them, and said to them, so that's what you advertise. That's why I got in my car and drove here right now. I'm not going to ask you for my gas. You're going to give me $18 down, $18 a month. It's why I'm here. Or I can have any lawyer pro bono here within a half hour. I can do that. They gave me $18 down, $18 a month. And very quickly, the national ad that was running, I guess it was national, suddenly had fine print. Because most people, they do the bait and switch. They let you come in and they tell you, oh, it's not that. And you go, oh, okay. And then you just a dumbass, as most people in America are. And you go fall for whatever the new thing is they telling you. Well, you'll get that, but you'll have to put this much down. And it's this and that. You go, oh, okay, well, that's still a deal. And then you fuck you. No, $18 down, $18 a month. Give me my $2. Give me my $2. Feel me? I don't want it in quarters and stuff. Feel me? Just I want my $2 back. They hated it, but they had to do it. You understand? It was glorious. It was glorious. It was glorious. I want to say to Miss Matthews something you said earlier that I had seen when you said the elders, when I was talking about knowledge, you said that the elders used to say that the K is silent in knowing as an indicator that it's okay to be silent about some of the things you know. I loved that. I loved that. I loved it. I love it. Um, Richard Hart, shout out to you in the UK. I wanted to shout you out because I think I was yakking when you came in, if you're still there. I don't have a sense of how long we've been on or anything, you guys, because of how we're doing it. I normally I see the thumbs up count and the viewer count. I don't see none of that. I see what you see. I don't know. Anyways, um, Simone W, shout out to you. Um, and Miss Matthews, I read that. I pretty sure I shouted out Lakeisha Stone and CJ, gracias por todo. Anjane 23, shout out to that queen. I love you. Um, I miss you more, Angel. Yes, Richard, Excel for Dummies. It's a real thing. I still have the book to this day. Like I never got rid of it. It's either here in my house or in my garage. Um, Miss Matthews, you said Pisces are the great chameleons of the zodiac. Pisces, along with Aquarius, encompasses all the signs. That's why. I don't know if I give the Aquarians any, I don't know if I have anything to give them. Pisces is kind of an exclusive, thing, and if you're not in it, it's just sad that you're not, and whatever. What can I do about it? I don't know what to tell you. Um, I don't know, but I know that I am a chameleon. Whenever I learn that, whenever in my life I learned that word, and you know, through self-discovery, I was like, I really am a chameleon because I, but I'm a chameleon, but I also, it goes to your character. I don't think it's just exclusive to your astrology, maybe. I just don't, I just don't know anyone that's as easygoing as me. Like I really can just kind of roll with anything. Just roll with it. It's fine. I don't really have a lot of issue, and I can't or no. I mean I have my principles and my standards and stuff like that. But that's not in conflict with being flexible at all, So whatever. It helps you move through life more freely because and smoothly because I relate to people wherever they at on whatever level or whatever station you are in life. I know your energy. I've seen you. I've met you some kind of way. So it's not really any room that you're gonna put me in that I have no idea what this is. I'm gonna know it 9 times out of 10. Andrea Smith. I don't know if I shouted you out, but it's something you said. Oh, when you said I love this throwback, I appreciated that so much. And I think somebody else was because I was gonna ask you guys when we got to the end of it what you thought of this display that I put on, you know, um, and um, it was Cheryl said your video layout and format is at best perfect. That I really appreciated that because I was gonna ask you guys what you thought of this whole thing. It was really a last minute idea because the stuff that I really wanted to bring in this stream. I'm not ready, and I didn't want to not do a stream today because I've already made commitments for tomorrow. When we're done, I still have to fix goat, you know. And bad girl, shout out to you. Um, I seen you when you came in. I just didn't want to stop it, and I wanted you to hear your shout out. Um, Kiara, that must have been when I was talking about the dudes that's looking for a vanity compliment. When you said dudes like that are weak, I know. Um, yeah, no vanity compliments to a man or a boy. Special occasion, like my nephew's so handsome, and but you know when he the first time he won homecoming, because he was homecoming king 2 years in a row. And the first time that and he was dressed so nice. Hey man, you look so good, man. Appreciated how you put your outfit together and everything. That was tight, you know. Wow. And then leave it. Next time he looked amazing. I told him he looked amazing, and moving on. But all this just reaping on boys that you're cute, you're cute, you're cute. Stop that. Stop it today. And definitely grown ass men, you don't need to offer them anything unless they're your man and you together now. Now your husband is you all are going to the park or you're going to dinner or something like that. Oh baby, you look so nice. Look at my man. Whatever you want to offer then. Just you offer it as something to just let him know, oh, I see you. You cute in my eyes still. I got you. But all this just reaping on men don't need that. And no man should be getting by on their looks, even if they look like me or Tyson Beckford, which we look exactly the same. So I don't want to use us. I don't want to get into that. I want to move on to something else because I can't. Um, just some huge model, you know. You still don't offer it. By the way, one of my buddies I'm having. It's funny. I usually use Tyson a lot. One of my buddies that I'm having goat with tomorrow. I don't have any pictures of him. Fuck. I'll get pictures of him tomorrow. And he looks just like Tyson Beckford. But not surprising because when I very first ever saw Tyson, one of the things that I appreciated about him was that he was a real black dude. And we know that dude. We see him anywhere, in anywhere. He's not special. We know Tyson. We know brothers look just like that. It's nothing. They just found out. You feel me? So that's how I've always loved about his career. It's like he's just a regular dude. He's not the skinny, you know, um, Givenchy looking Kenneth Cole model. It's just the dude that you would see at the fucking basketball court someplace or something. It's nothing. So I love that about him. But my buddy looks just like him. Just like him. It's him. Um, Bad girl. Shout out to D Mike. Shout out to you, D Mike. And bad girl, you say, why do some divorce attorneys get a better settlement for their clients than others? Again, it goes down to your lawyering. When I was in my business law class in college, nobody could ever beat me in an oral argument. Not because I had some special je ne sais quoi. You had the same material I had. We're arguing lawsuits. I win because I read and I applied and I understand. So you only get a bad lawyering, whether it's divorce or anything else, if that's just not a good lawyer. You see, a lawyer, someone who does lawyer. You understand this? We'll get the word lawyer, but we say Lloyd, not law. It's actually lawyer. And if you go to the South, they say lawyer. But it's just that uh, counselor applying himself and the law. That's what the practice of law really is. Because if you both graduate from NYU or Harvard or some prestigious law school or whatever, you did the same thing. What makes this guy now um, the Michael Jackson attorney and uh, Johnny Cochran, and yeah, what makes them different than the guy, it's just how they apply. It's how you apply, man. I never really feel like I need a lawyer. You feel me? Like I can go and apply that on my own. It's available. Um, yeah, I'm getting a little better warning on the damn tablet now. Bastards. Sweet D, shout out to you if I didn't shout you out already. The government is a scam. It is. Anjane says now Biden is trying to pass a bill to give the IRS powers to arrest the people. I'm so over it. He doesn't want this fight because hopefully then some good lawyers are going to come out of the woodwork and say, no, because that 16th Amendment bullshit was never ratified, bitch, and we're not supposed to be paying fucking income tax in this bitch anyway. This could blow up the spot. You understand? So, I don't know. But again, America's the dumbest group of people ever assembled anywhere on planet Earth. Um, Sweet D, Biden needs to fall off a cliff. My sentiments exactly. Yes. You definitely sound like somebody who follows me because that's the language I would use. Bad girl, if the IRS comes down on black businesses, that will just be it. Then you go on, Wesley Snipes is being used now. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to Me Too him. He already went through tax problems before, which is a shame and a scam because any lawyer, I'm sure he paid big money, should have been able to walk into court and say, show us the law. Show us the law that says he's supposed to pay income tax. Show us the law. Show us. Because they can't present the law. They don't have it. It doesn't exist. Shout out to Shoni12. Says facts. Simone says, I like what you're saying. Part 2, thanks so much. J9, shout out to you. Um, um, Richard Hart saying, still here, Jedi. That was at 8:40. That was 10 minutes ago. Pi 180, you are always authentic. Thank you, Pi. That is the truth. Angeline R, shout out to you. And Richard says curry goat with white rice. I'm not going to do the curry, although I threatened, because if it was for me, I would do the curry because I fix goat. This isn't my first time fixing goat, but I don't want them to have that the first. You know what I mean? It's too. I want them just to have the goat that I fix. And it will be over white rice. I'm probably gonna do coconut rice because that's me. And goat does go so well with coconut rice. So I probably do coconut rice with almonds in it, and then I will do probably almonds and raisins. I'm looking because I've got some raisins. I'm threatening raisins and almonds, but then this goat over it. Oh, bellissima! It's gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be fantastic, inshallah. But the pressure is on me because I always fix really good food anyway, but I'm always nervous when I fix for somebody else because I really do want it to be fantastic for you, just for you. You don't got to tell me it was fantastic. I just want you to have a great experience. So, and for me, it's a whole thing with them. I want them to, like I was telling them today, and I wanted to show you guys understand how to eat with the hand, you know, and but I also want them to experience the intimacy that that they don't know until they feel it, that will be present when we're sitting and we're sharing this one dish, eating with our right hand, you understand, and conversing and eating, you understand. Brothers need to get to that. We're so standoff. We need to be more intimate with each other in a way that is loving and that expresses our 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 brotherhood, like we should be as brothers, literally. Either we brothers or we are not brothers. I mean, we should be as if we came out the same womb. And so that's why I try and cultivate amongst any men that have ever known me or been around me in my life. And so this is just that yet again, you know. And like I said, I was just able to. I would have done it a long time ago, but I just only in the last few weeks knew that this brother had goat, fresh, like not you. We don't know. No, no, we slaughtered it, and this is what it is. You feel me? So um, I'm really excited about it, and yeah. So like I said, hopefully I get some pictures. To because we'd also been threatening to have roundtables and record them, which that never happened. So maybe I'll get some footage tomorrow. You know, we'll see. I'm gonna have my stuff um, charged up, and hopefully I get a chance to share some of that with you guys. I would love that so much. I would love that. I would love that. I would love that. So, I, somebody tell me how long we've been here at least, because I'm about to lose everything now because this now I'm at 14% there. This one's already said go to hell, and I have no idea how long we've been here. Not a clue. I don't know if this will even tell me. Where is it? That's the live. It's not telling me. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Ah, started streaming 2 hours ago. Had to click on the information. Okay, 2 hours ago. All right, so that's perfect because it's 9 o'clock my time now, everybody, and I have to do this goat. So which means I'm gonna have to be up while it's cooking. So it's in my kitchen. It's in my sink. I just have to prepare my vegetables, as we say in Africa. You know, we would say well, you got to do the onions and the celery, and you got to do this. They just say vegetables. It covers it. I love that. So I have to do my vegetables and get it going. I have to brown my meat. I usually brown my meat, um, and then take it out. Then I get my vegetables going, and then I put the meat back in there, and then I start to add my stock and all the blah blah blah. So yeah, looking forward to it. The rice I can just do tomorrow. That takes 20 minutes to do rice. It's nothing. Um, but the goat must be perfección para mis hermanos para mañana. So I want to say, did you guys have anything last minute you wanted to say? Richard says, I'm of Jamaican descent, so it goes without saying, curry goat with white rice is one of my favorite. Yes, and I love it. And you know what? Maybe you're provoking me, Richard. Maybe I might. I've got enough goat. Maybe I'll do half and half. Cause why not? Cause there was a sister over there today that was saying when the brothers we were talking about the goat, and she was like, and I gave her the lecture of you can't tell black people what it is, otherwise they say they don't eat that. I gave her that whole lecture. So maybe I may do a portion of it with curry. Um, I got some really good curry powder too. You know what I'm talking about, Richard. So you just inspired me. I think I'll do half and half, and that'll be a special thing. I'll say, and sister, I made some curry for you. You know, she'll go, ooh, because once you get a whiff of it, it's gonna be on anyway. That's not even. So that's not even. But that's not even. So that's not even. Yeah, I think I'll do one of each. Yes, with coconut rice. That's my evil plan. I want to say that um probably it will be Monday or after that we'll be together. I could get a wild hair in the middle of the night tomorrow, because I'm up. A lot of times I'm up because I don't want to take a sleeping pill because I just don't want I don't want to kill my natural sleep cycle, you know. and I've been trying some other different things. My sleeping has gotten better, I should say that. You know, I'm not taking sleeping pills nearly as often as I would think I would need. I I don't know how to say it, but I'm having success is what I'm trying to say. So I'm usually up. If I really do have to get to sleep because I have something really pressing, then I'll give myself to maybe midnight. And if I'm not sleeping, fuck it, take a sleeping pill and take a bitch ass to sleep. But if it's tomorrow Sunday, so I don't need to, and I'm gonna be up cooking goat all night, so I don't want to go to sleep, you know, because I cook my goat for at least 6 hours, at least six, and then I start incrementing it after that, you know, because it's got to be really just succulent and just like, oh my God, I can't believe this, you know, it's got to have that wow factor, really fantastic. So that's what I endeavor to do. Um, so if tomorrow evening, because I don't know when I'll be in tomorrow, I don't know. If there's time tomorrow when I get in, then I could possibly do something. I didn't think about that till right now as I'm telling it to you. You know, it's just like, nope, Sunday's off the table. But we could possibly see each other tomorrow, everybody. We could possibly. But hopefully you've enjoyed this, what I did tonight. It was an opportunity for me to get this video out in front of my people. I'll be doing more. The next one I'm gonna do is the one that is it's I crack myself up. I cry laughing watching it. And that's just me watching it. So I know you'll really enjoy this one. It's a video that I did. Um and I just felt like people aren't watching this video, and it was important at the time that I was doing it because it was a sequence of videos that I did that were kind of, and I thought, come on, man. Anyways, this was something else, but I think you'll really enjoy it. It's hilarious. It's hilarious, and it's also full of knowledge. You will leave this video with a bellyache and a full mind. That I promise you. No games. Um, my angel, we don't speak nearly as often as I would love to. And please, I say this to all of you guys, don't think that I'm too busy that you can't call me. I'm a grown man. If I'm busy, I say, hey, I can't holler at you right now, but I'm gonna call you when or whatever. But don't feel like you're intruding. I hate that more than anything in life because I mean the things that I say. And it's like when I say to anybody, you know, you can call me at any time. Call me anytime, day or night. There's no time that's too early or too late to call me. The only way I'll be offended is if you don't think you could really do that. That will make me mad. Not that you didn't call, but that you thought you couldn't. Ugh, you didn't hear me speak? You know. So don't be guilty of that, everybody. Don't be guilty of that. Richard, if you do have, FedEx me some, okay? Man, I wish, man. SubhanAllah. Bad girl. Laugh out loud. If you tell a man he's cute, he will cheat on you. Yep. Because maybe he didn't know that, you know, women felt a certain way. Listen, quick story. When I first, not the first time I was in New York, but the first time I moved, I was living in New York. Damn it, y'all gonna make, damn it, bad girl. You made me have to tell a story. Let me get to my charger. I just have to say this to answer that. Damn it. Okay, nobody move. Nobody gets hurt. Wait, no. Wait, y'all. Perfect. When I lived in Buffalo, in upstate New York, that was not a good face to end on me in the video.
Use money.
Don't love that, but it's better. I still hate it. Whatever. Anyways, again, I didn't grow up with no vanity. You know, people telling me, "Oh my God, you are so cute and you look this and the third." So when I got to New York, when I lived in New York in Buffalo, this is also the first time I was going to an all-black high school, and that's when I still didn't know I had anything physically desirable that was evident, so to speak. But that's when I was ever first swarmed by black women, you know, or black girls at that time. My locker would be full of notes, full of just honeys hollering at me, man. You know, and mind you, back then I'm very shy. I'm just a nerd student, blah blah blah. And but I think I was just um it was just organic for me, because I had more freedom living with my grandmother and my aunt than I would with my parents. And so, um, I didn't get out of hand, but I was able to gauge like, oh, I'm something desirable, they hollering, you know. So it was a beautiful thing, but I ended up picking this sister named Barbara Chocolate. I always say I don't have a type, y'all, but I promise you on my mama, if you go back, I really realized that most of the females I've been with have been chocolate sisters. Although I'm not really hung up. I'm just not. The first girl I ever kissed, Sherelle Freeman, wherever you at, and I was 1 year ahead of her because when I went to my senior prom, we went to different high schools. I had gone to my senior prom. Her and her mother came into my job, and she asked me to take her to her prom. We kissed when we were little kids, and now we used to play uh, um, this TV show. And now she's blossomed into this beautiful young woman, and she's coming asking me to take her to the prom. It was everything. Um, but she was chocolate, and then I don't remember what age I was then. I was just young, a little person. But then now I'm 12, and we live in Arkansas, and Khadija Mohassin Ukda. Oh my God, I'm getting evil thoughts that I shouldn't be thinking right now. But Khadijah was also chocolate. Like it's just the girl I lost my virginity to, Cheryl Reed, chocolate sister. So I've got a couple of Latino girls in there, and some light skinned sisters, but really my resume is kind of spotted with chocolate sisters. But I swear to anybody on any, I don't have a type. I really don't. I really don't. I'm the easiest dude to be with. If you like me and I like you, we could be together. Like I don't really have a whole lot of you gotta be, and I don't got ego and all this nonsense. It's just that's what I've ended up with on a higher ratio, Um, yeah, but I still don't have no type though. I really don't. I really don't. I really don't. I'm not that dude that wants a light skinned sister, and I'm not that dude that is against the light skinned sister. You know, I I really do appreciate chocolate women. Juanita was chocolate. Damn. Anyway, chocolate, chocolate, chocolate. Levon, chocolate. Everybody's chocolate. um, whatever. It's fine. But yeah, if you tell a man you start telling them about their vanity, then they may. I was gonna say maybe they don't even know it, but now you telling them all this, they think, well, then maybe I could get so and so then, and the next thing you know, your ass is on the curb someplace. Bad girl. Oh yeah, you were telling me. I knew. I found the name. Not for his taxes, for feeling up on J-Lo years ago. That must have been what Frankie was alluding to earlier in the stream when he said they're trying to come after Wesley Snipes now. And I said, okay, you'll tell me about it, Frankie. Um, so I'll just say this without knowing anything about it, and I'll find out what's going on. But without knowing anything about it, I'll say this. Without black folks, J-Lo's career would be not a fucking thing. We wouldn't know the bitch. Boom, you're on A Living Color. That's run by Keenan Ivory fucking Wayans, bitch. A black man and his family. You wouldn't have been a fly girl. No career there. No career. No career. And you were in my wife's video, That's the Way Love Goes, because I allowed it. Because I spoke with Keenan and we discussed and I decided. It was me and Janet that had decided that. It could have been. You know, it would have been. Anyways, we're moving on to something else. That's not important. Anyways, so you're in Janet's video. Then you really kind of got your break with Selena's, but not so much, because if it had not been for Keenan and for my wife, you wouldn't have probably been eligible for Selena's. That's just what it is. So you owe your shit. Then you was with Puffy when you really tried to come with I'm real and the bullshit, fuck you whore. You were depending on the black credibility to get where you got. And now you're there. And you should not be now seeking to take the path of white bitches by trying to dig back to what somebody did 50,000 years ago. Fuck you. And the horse you rode in on. Like, I'm over this shit now. I'm over it. I'm over it. You know, there's a statute of limitations on shit. This needs to be one of them. Because how old were you when whatever you're going to allege happened? If you weren't 3, then I don't really want to hear from you. I just don't want to hear it. And what we know on the inside about JLo from behind the scenes is that she's a bitch behind the scenes. Not really mad at that. Because anybody that you know as a household name that's famous, they can't just be a pushover. Everybody's talking about, oh, Beyonce's so nice. That's a bitch. A fire-breathing, dragon-ass bitch. Otherwise, she wouldn't be Beyonce. You don't get there being nice. Because you're in an industry of snakes and demons. So it's a magic act that Beyonce even has people saying she's so nice. You understand? But but she's probably learned some of Michael Jackson's tricks. Like one of his former security told me one time directly to my own face when I showed up at a venue when I was impersonating him. And this was one of the security at the venue. I had my security, but he was one of the security at the venue. Tall Jamaican dude with rings on every finger, full police uniform, gun and all of it. And was there to meet my limousine and to bring me and my entourage into the venue and where my dressing room was at. Then he got in my face and said, "You are just like Michael Jackson, blah, blah, blah." But one of the things he told me in that talk was, he says, everybody thinks Michael is such a nice man and he's so shy and this and the third. He goes, and it's true. He said, but if somebody crosses him, he just goes to somebody and says, I don't want to see that person again. And you just go away. So he gets the whole, Michael's the nicest person. Oh my God, he was so nice. And we just couldn't believe that. And I'm sure Beyonce's doing that same thing, because that's a fake bitch. Fake bitch. Fake. So, J-Lo is definitely a fire-breathing dragon, no question, because you don't get to there if you're not. And, maybe this is some personal vendetta or something, I don't know. Wesley's kind of riding high. There's also an element of White Devil that I could articulate and imagine, because remember, we were supposed to think all things bad about Wesley Snipes, and then Eddie Murphy puts him in the reboot of Coming to America. So now we're on a positive page with Wesley again. But once white people decide you're bad, you're supposed to be bad forever. Quick, roll out J-Lo. Say something bad about Wesley. All right, can we get J-Lo? Get J-Lo. Let's get her in here. And, So I have to look at it. J9, exactly. She's a culture vulture. Um, Bad girl, I would love to see you do a video of an in-depth assessment of the OJ trial. I think the Dream Team was amazing. Well, they weren't amazing, Bad girl. To the untrained eye, oh my God, they were amazing, but they weren't. There was just good lawyering going on, and you had a case where they were willing to challenge the police. Talking about the LAPD, a lot of people don't want to do that. A lot of lawyers can be in bed with LAPD and things like that, and they work their events and da da da. But Johnny and his team were like, fuck that, you guys are the devil. And he'd been doing that to police for years. So this was basically another police case for him, you know, to say, forget what the shit looks like. Look at what their bitch asses did, you know. You had F. Lee Bailey, who, whatever, he's dead now. He just recently died. Robert Kardashian, who was kind of a mouse. Like, if you don't really believe in me, I don't really need you on my defense team. And he was kind of a mouse. I don't deal with that in life with anybody. Well, you're either with me and you're with me 100%. Give a fuck what I do. You're with me. And we discuss this shit privately if you don't really feel me. But you never betray me publicly to anyone. No human being should know about it. And that's what Robert Kardashian was, you know. Um, the fucker that, Shapiro. I have to do him in order to get his name. Robert Shapiro. Um, you know, these were all powerful lawyers, but what made them powerful, you know, that's relative. You do some high powered cases and people go, oh, you're powerful. You know, there's a lot of people winning cases and defending people out there all across the earth. But, you know, you become more of a celebrity than a power. So celebrity equals power, you know, from actress to lawyer in Hollywood, you know. Oh my God, you did an amazing movie. You're an amazing actress. You know, you want a big case that everybody knows. You're a celebrity lawyer. You're a powerful lawyer suddenly. You know, it's just, I can't with it. But yeah, you know, we can talk about that further, Bad Girl, at some point. I've spoken a lot about OJ over the years in my work, um, and I have a whole thing that I did back during the death of Nipsey Hussle. Look through my work. There's something on the channel. There's something on the channel. You know, that well, that won't preclude me from speaking about it, but you go and look and see what's here. So, anyways, wherever you all exist and breathe, I bid you a very good evening and rest, and that the divine will return your soul to you after you have slept and allow you another day to earn his mercy on the last day. And that inshallah, if that does happen, that you will use tomorrow wisely and it will be enjoyable for you and your family and those who know you. I love you all. I'll see you soon.